It is what it is. And it'll give me a second. How do you guys handle being so frustrated, man? What do you do to handle frustration? It's a good question, actually. Like, if you're frustrated, what do you do? Normally, I actually go to the gym. Like, that's in general the play. Like, I just go to the gym and then I just start lifting stuff. Ice cream? Could get ice cream, I guess. Should we just take... Who should we take here, though? And we're back. Yeah, we're back. You're not far behind? I feel like I'm far behind because I'm playing like an off-meta tank and it worries me. The perception on Druid is so bad. I mean, if I play with friends and stuff, it's no problem. It's more the frustration of the internet keep going out. Like, I am a human being. I'd like to think that I'm really good at tolerate. Like, I'm emotionally mature. You know what I mean? Exide, like, I'd like to think I am emotionally mature, but goddamn, it just feels bad, man. It feels bad. Oh, this guy's on my friends list, sure. It just feels bad to, like, have your stream go out and then be blah, blah, blah. But now I have to, like, change the mentality in my head. But I feel like I haven't been sleeping enough to really change that. Because my head is, like, stuck in that pattern. And it's like, okay, how can I break the cycle? Normally, you can either, like, scream into a pillow. You could grab some ice cream or order pizza. But, like, what can you do to kind of, like, get out of that loop of, like, frustration, you know? Nothing tilts me more than bad internet. Isn't it weird, Zuko? Because technically we didn't even have the internet. We couldn't even play. Like, it's so weird that it's like, you know when you're scrolling social media and you're just like, fucking load. Like, you're trying to decompress and you're scrolling social media and the video doesn't load as fast as you want it to. It takes, like, you like start watching a reel and it's like the first 2-second loads and then the rest doesn't, and you're just like, you know, but it's so weird because, like, technically we didn't even have that before. Yeah, that's okay. I'm slumped back into my chair. It's pretty deflating. It is deflating to have, like, really bad internet problems and, like, lose keys or whatever because of it. But it is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. Good, except my stream keep. All right. Oh well. Okay, 14 Pit of Sauron. Let's just play the game. Let's play the game. I don't really feel like playing a new build, though. So I was going to play this build, and then I've decided, though. 2026 problems at different times. I know, man. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, take a deep breath. What can you do? Breathe in. Breathe out. Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with box breathing and stuff. Feels bad. I don't like it. It's not a nice feeling. And my other build didn't even save. Oh well, it's okay. Yeah, let's play this. Let's go. I will port over there. Yeah, it is what it is. But there's only so many times that I can say it is what it is. The truth is, because I said it is what it is 3 days ago, and then yesterday when we lost some keys because my internet went out, I also said it is what it is. And then today, I'm not really feeling it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, there's a fine line, and I feel like we're crossing that line where I am no longer feeling the it is what it is. I am now feeling the you know what I mean? That's what I'm feeling. But the fact that it keeps crashing, the fact that it's just like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm playing no Apex right now. If I am more aware and I want to, I could try. I have 4 sets, so I could play the other one, but I'm just playing this for a chill key. No need to worry about it too much. Yeah, we all humans. It's good to rage sometimes. I wish I had a rage room right now. Fully sufficient off-grid. If you called your ISP, that one was a quick electricity outage more than the internet. That was just the house being weird, but oh well. Well, that's like 20 keys in the drop. Probably got a hero shoulder. I think it took me like 39 keys to get a chess piece. Oof, 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 oof. I tell you what, let's time this up. Let's double time it, and then let's get a 15, 16. Do I read much? Ha, no. No. Uh, I can't say I do very much these days, Hobbit. I would love to tell you I did, because I feel like reading is actually so helpful, but I don't. I don't read. No. Yeah, I don't have time. Do you know what my schedule looks like today, Hobbit? So I was going to stream until about 7, and then I have just enough time to eat dinner, so I'll go cook dinner at 7, and then 8 o'clock I have a call, and then 9 o'clock I have a call, and then 9:45 I have a call, and then 11:30, sorry, 10:30, time difference. And then I try to sleep so I can go to my morning calls. Right now, because this is not my real, like, streaming is not my full-time job. This is just something I like to do. So if I stream for 8 hours, keep in mind I still have my other job, which I also have to work at. So I don't have any time to do things. I barely have enough time to even watch Love is Blind on TV. I feel like my time is so valuable these days, but I'm not doing a good job of managing it, to be honest with you. I'd love to tell you I am, but I am not. All right, let's go. Wait, what build am I in? Did this reset or no? Wait. Did this reset? That was over the 2 days I didn't stream. That was on the 2 days I didn't stream, yes. Okay, onwards and upwards. Can you guys hear music? I don't want my cooldown manager on. I don't need it for this, though. Betrayed. You know, part of me, by the way, sorry, I didn't actually want to pull there. Part of me, what's up, Grands? Listen, part of me wants to, like, scream really loudly, but I won't do that. I don't want to be that type of guy. But part of me, I'm going to be honest, like, I just have, like, the honest admission of how I feel. I do not feel super happy. I just want to be like I want to be inflammatory. I want to be like, you know what? All right, you know, that's a great point. Let me watch this. Ready? Here, let's do it. That's a great point. I got you, Hobbit. Anyways. Good point. There you go. We pulling. I know it'll end up being okay. Like, everything is always okay. But sometimes, yeah, listen. Yeah, but sometimes I don't like the fact that life is annoyingly okay. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes I kind of wish that it wasn't okay. I don't know if sometimes it's like, sometimes I'm just like, bro, it's annoyingly okay all the time. Sometimes I just want to, like, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know. It's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling for sure, but I just feel like sometimes I wish everything's always annoyingly okay. I want my time to just be degenerate and, like, accidentally go off the rails. I kind of wish that I could. Sometimes, an honest admission, and I'll be honest with you guys, this will be a moment of honest admission. When I got divorced, and I wasn't expecting to get divorced, it really, like, it shook me to my very core, okay? I lost, like, my entire life was uprooted. I wasn't expecting it. It blindsided me. And I was just like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I didn't know what to do. I was really upset about it, obviously. And I was lost, and I just didn't feel... I was concerned about what I was going to do. You know what I did? I went to get blood work done. I got my health in order. I worked out really hard. I ate near perfectly. Don't pull that side pack. Don't pull the side pack, please. I ate super well. I cleaned up my diet. I just played... Did we pull the side pack? Yeah, we did. We got to stop pulling that side pack, though. Always expect the butt pulls to happen. Maybe I'll just add this to the first pull at this point, actually. So, I just did everything right. And honestly, sometimes I'm kind of tired of always doing everything right. Sometimes I just want to do things that are wrong. Oh, we're pulling literally everything. Holy, okay. I might need to commit my second SI right here, actually. This is a very dangerous moment for me. It's only a 14, but I can still die here. Whoa, sketchy. Bark skin and then incarn. We're fine. Do you know what I'm talking about? I never had that moment. Like, I never woke up on a sidewalk out and I was just like, oh, what? Like, sorry, I'm like in a lot of pain right now. Like, no, I did everything perfectly. As perfectly as I could. I handled it maturely. I was respectful. I didn't scream at anybody. I didn't, there was maybe one catty text in there somewhere, but I did everything so above board. And sometimes some part of me just kind of wishes that I was more willing to be angry. It's like sometimes I feel like I'm not always the best at feeling anger. Like I do feel it, but I don't do anything with it. I just refuse to be the type of person who would ever take it out on anyone else. I don't ever in my entire life, I never want to take my anger out on people. But sometimes I wonder if I accidentally put it too much on the inside then. Because I literally just won't ever do that to someone. Do you know what I mean by that? Yeah, I let it out on my own. I'll do it on my own time. I do it at the gym or in a productive way, but I won't put it to someone else. That's the one thing I'm just not okay with. I won't ever put it on anyone else. It's my job to handle it. It's my emotion. That's how I feel. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, that's on me. It's not anyone's responsibility. It's just my responsibility. Stoic is better than emotional on Hinge. I would say I'm an emotional guy. I really dislike being a burden on people. So I don't ever want to... Finding healthy ways to let yourself feel angry emotions. I know I don't always strike the balance on it. If I was going to choose, I would rather internalize something, figure it out on my own, than accidentally express it in an unhealthy way. Have you ever tried wrestling? I have a genetic condition. Like, I like fitness, right? But I definitely would not make it in wrestling. I have EDS, so my joints are all very bendy. You can imagine how much my joints would just absolutely dislocate pretty much immediately at that point, right? Like, you can give yourself like a second to imagine what it would be like for somebody like me to try actually wrestling. That'd be crazy. I would not make it a single day, I'm pretty sure, on that mat. I'm like, it's like instant clap GGs for me. Like, I'm going to start one day, and I'm not making it to day 2. It's the same with jujitsu. Like, part of me wants to, like, try things like that, but at the same time, like, there's no shot. It's like 100% guaranteed chance that something happens that I don't want to happen. I kind of want to go rock climbing. There's something primal about climbing up a cliff. But I also am worried about I would need to do it like safely because I'm worried about my coordination. What can you do? At least for me on stream, I know it's a little random and I apologize. But I don't actually apologize, but it's what I feel. And the way that I actually process things, you want to know my healthy way of processing things? I never pretend I'm not feeling a certain way. I'll never act. I never mask. I never, for example, I'm going to pretend. I'm not going to show up after like my internet crashes and my stream crashes and the key gets bricked or whatever it is. I'm not going to just show up and be like, all right, guys, it's all sunshine and rainbows from here. It's like, no, I don't feel sunshine and rainbows. So my way of processing is that I'm just going to be honest and talk about it. That's just kind of how I do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's for me, my preference of just, hey, this is how I feel, so this is what we're talking about. Does that make sense? That's like the way I do things. So on my stream, this is my space. I will always just be that sort of guy, and you'll tune in, and if I'm feeling a certain way, that's how we're talking. I'm not going to be any which way else. It doesn't matter. If I had 1,000 people watching me, I would still do exactly that. I'm going to actually fill with an SI here. I don't know if I needed it, but... There's a lot of enforcers in here. I happen to grab some extra ones, so I'm just a little bit aware. You can actually die on this pole. It's not super easy, but I will save my incarn for next pull. Sundering. And I appreciate you listening, though. Can you share your EC macro iron for bro? Oh, yeah, I don't know, for sure. It's in my Discord. I updated this new one, too, which is I think this is even tankier. Maybe a tiny bit less damage, but this one is super weird. This build I'm playing right now, which, by the way, I hope somebody is logging this because we can actually use this as a log. As hilarious as this is, you know that this build has... I don't press mangle, right? You know I don't even have it on my bars, right? I mean, imagine how cooked this build has to be. I mean, it's really interesting, but I swear, look at the damage meters. Like, it does work. It's working. It's just a little different than what people are used to. That's it. It's a bit different, but it does work. It's just a little weird. I am logging this. Somebody will be logging this, and I'm very curious to see what the log says, because I have a feeling I know what the log will say, and I think this is the right way to play it. But I will tell you, if this is actually the right way to play it, holy cook. Because I don't think anybody would have traditionally thought about this. It's just, after playing a bunch of beta, and me being the kind of naturally feisty, independent person that I am, I don't like just accepting blindly that you have to do a certain thing. If I told you that I had a cook of how to play this build, you would be like, oh, you need to sit down, old man. Like, you've gone too far with the cooking. But if you take a look at my DPS on this poll, that might say otherwise. Look at the DPS meters, and then realize the fact that I didn't press mangle a single time in this. But look at the DPS meters and tell me if this build works. Because I think I'm cooking, guys. I think I'm cooking. I actually want these laborers, too. Why don't we just pull all of this? Why don't we pull all these laborers, actually? Now that I think about it. Why don't we just pull this into boss? This is boss. This is boss. Guys, boss. This is funnel for boss. It's for Deco's healing. Don't hit stuff. Yeah, I just need to stay on the cadaver here, basically. And then we go into boss here. No. Hold up. We pull boss now. Only one kick here. We actually want that guy to stay alive as long as possible, technically speaking. I'll get the nether burst. I will not let it go off. Okay, boom right from here. Sundering here. Bam, bam, bam. Pull him around. I'm incapable of masking and prefer honesty. That's how I am, Hobbit. Like, I don't want to... Ooh. Oh, that's really... He's over there? That's kind of lame. I kind of thought he would be here. I'm going to kick that. But yeah, tank damage is definitely a misunderstood concept. People think tank damage is all about your perfect rotation or anything like that. It is not. Tank damage is a lot about the route too, and whether or not, like, if I was, imagine I was playing with like a warrior instead, and like a demon hunter. Like, those are the buffs I'm missing right now. Imagine I was actually playing with those specs right now, though. I'm actually running a new version of it too, newbie. I've cooked on it even more because I made a guide last night, and I was thinking in the guide, I was like, you know what? I bet you don't have to press mangle. And I was like, what? There's no way. There is a way. That's what I'm doing right now. Which is interesting, to say the least. It's certainly... It's interesting, isn't it? It's kind of cool. I like the cook. I respect it. I respect my own cook here. Why don't we just pull this one to the side? And then we'll go roar. And come over this way. Wouldn't you still want to press mangle on single target? That's a good question. So I'll just try both. Oh, man, I keep messing up the forges. I'm sorry. Not bad. Bad tanking. Lazy tanking, though. I actually never did Nullius, no. I'm supposed to for my crest, but I only worry about my crest next week. There's like some uncapped crest you can get from it, so I'm kind of curious about it. No, I never actually did Nullius. Sundering. When you subscribe on your YouTube, do you also have access to your Discord? Yeah, you have my Discord anyways. Discord, you don't have to pay for my Discord access. No. My Discord, my goal is genuinely to make tanking as accessible as possible to everyone. Like, for example, when I'm tanking right now, I'm decompressing. I am automatically feeling better. I was feeling really frustrated just a second ago because my stream crashed, my power went out, and everything got reset, and I was just like, okay, I didn't know if it was going to come back, and I was like, man, I really wanted to do some keys today, and I was feeling really frustrated. So for me, this tanking right now, this is a way for me to just feel better. This is like I'm decompressing at the moment. Like I feel, you know what I mean? But I know that for a lot of people, tanking is very stressful. And I want to see if I can solve that because to me, tanking is not stressful. This is like a chill thing. I like doing this, you know what I mean? So I wonder if I can make it more accessible though. Have I pugged on my Pres Evoker? No, I've been playing my Druids so much actually that I'm behind on my ults. I haven't played my ults very much. Yo, what's up, Siberius? Remember, I actually want this in here. That is the new cook with this route, is that I am intentionally going to pull that dragon in this, though. Oh, in the past? Yeah, of course, of course. I played Prez. I think I have more hours on Prez, aside from Guardian Druid. I have more hours on Prez than anything else. Good luck, thank you. New tanks is the... Well, because that happens a lot, though. I mean, it's very true. Like, it is unfortunately a very true thing, though. Or am I still playing a race change? Now, that's a good question. I actually don't think so. I think I'm going to stay Tauren instead of going Haranir. On one hand, I really like the Haranir Druid forms. But on the other hand, you know what's very valuable this season? War Stomp. Because of the DR changes, War Stomp actually has more value than it used to. So I think I might just play War Stomp. I like Tauren right now. I think there's a very real world where I actually stay Tauren. Interestingly enough. Do you think they should rework the Apex talents? Yeah, probably, to be honest. I think the Guardian Druid Apex talent is... Okay, nice, you got it. Nice, perfect. I do think the Guardian Druid Apex could use a little bit of a look at. They're way too harsh to newer tanks. But think about it like this. Where does a new tank learn how to play, by the way? Where do you learn about threat management? Where do you learn about pacing? If you wanted to, though, Lexa just subscribed. Yo, thank you. I appreciate the sub. Let me ask you a question, though. If you want to learn how to play World of Warcraft, where? On the Awoo Tank YouTube channel, hopefully. I hope I can help people. But where else do you learn? I mean, there's no resources in game. You brick, but you have to go in and brick. And now the problem with that is that a lot of people don't realize that the only way a tank learns is you have to walk in and fail a key. That's part of it, right? You actually have to be willing to actually just walk into a key and fail. And you're going to brick some runs. And guess what? That's okay. But you know what the thing is? It's okay. It's okay to brick some runs. And that's what I wish people understood. People don't understand that. You feel so terrible when you as a tank player accidentally do something like that. But it happens. You have to be willing to basically learn and brick some runs. And guess what? That's okay. Let me just Heart of the Wild this real quick. Drag it back to one of these shades here. Let's go this way. That's the only way to learn any spec. It's true, but when you are tanking, you feel it particularly punished. Like when you're tanking, you feel really bad when you make those mistakes in brick keys. Like it feels especially bad. It's not normal bad. It's like especially bad when that happens, you know? A lot of WoW guys are also targeted who kind of understand. I have some ideas for things that I can really do to help people. The problem is they take a lot of time investment, and I feel so busy nowadays, I don't even really get to do it. But all I can tell you is right now I'm good. This key is going very well. I'm blasting. This build is working, which is very interesting. And, yeah. Especially Apex, I was not pigeonholed to one build style. I agree with that. I also think that their unwillingness to recognize that a lot of Guardian Druid players... Actually, this is an issue I have in general with World of Warcraft. Not just for Guardian Druid, by the way, but just World of Warcraft players in general, okay? Sometimes we forget. Just because you think something complicated is fun doesn't actually mean everyone does. Sometimes what people really want is a single button rotation. And you're like, well, I don't want to play single button rotation. Very fair. But you know what? Some people do. Now, if you tell people it's a massive DPS loss to play single target rotation, they'll be like, okay, fine. Maybe I'll try something else. But if they want to do that and there was a build, yeah, I liked Thorns of Iron as well. One of the reasons that Bear was so interesting and so chill of a tank and one of the best first tanks is because it was that friendly. And I kind of don't like the fact that that's not true anymore. Like, I don't like this new playstyle of Bear that you kind of have to play this. And so I was like, okay, on beta, let me see if I can come up. Can I play it? Sure. Of course I can play it. I played Dragonfly Season 2. Like, I know how to do it. It's not my style. Could I play it? Of course. But it's just not my style. It's not my thing. That's fine. But the one thing I don't like about World of Warcraft players is sometimes people are like, no, it's not fine. You have to. I'm like, I have to. You sure? They're like, yeah, you have to do it. Oh, okay. And now, this build I'm playing right now gives you access to that. This plays basically exactly the same. So if you want to play that build, if you like Thorns of Iron, just play this version of it. This build is basically a Thorns of Iron replacement build. Let's put it that way. For the people who liked Thorns of Iron, this build works. And by the way, I will time all the keys that I want to time with it. So you can still do like these keys with this build. That makes sense? Any else like chill? I would say Prot Warrior rotationally is very similar to Thorns of Iron Bear, but positionally you have to work much harder. There's nuances to how to tank on a Prot Warrior that Bear did not have. However, it's effectively, rotationally, very, very straightforward. Mountain Thane, Prot Warrior, and Bear are kind of like very, very similar playstyles. Yep. You don't need 4-set for this build. Your 4-set, unfortunately, doesn't actually do anything for you, but yes. Unfortunately, the 4-set is basically like a lot of lost value. But yeah, it works. You just don't actually depend or benefit from your 4-set when you play like this. I heard the new Monk was easy to play, but then I have not tested. It's easy to play if you're a Brewmaster main. If you're not a Brewmaster main, it can be a little challenging. There's still a lot of nuances to it, but it is certainly the most friendly it has ever been. Like, if you've ever wanted to try Monk before, but you're like, I don't know about trying this, I feel a little bit scared, like it's a new spec, then this, you would have the easiest time playing it. There is also a build for Monk that has, do I read YouTube chat? Sometimes, but YouTube chat's to the right, and I kind of have a hard, I do miss it sometimes. I apologize. If I miss your YouTube chat, just come to Twitch. My bad. My item level is 253. I feel squishy trying to time on your Prot Warrior. On your Prot Warrior, mostly Prot Warrior is just about learning the dungeons and understanding when to use your big cooldowns, because you will have to make really good use of your wall, among other things. So you have to be very confident about, like, hey, here I'm going to, for example, commit my Shield Wall. But Shield Wall, remember, is one of the only tank spells in the game right now that still has CDR. So you don't have to be worried about sending Shield Wall that much. Okay, triple slash, no problem. Let me just go here. Watch the blast. Oh my god, that almost killed me. I was out of form. I was really happy with how things were, with how easy classes are. Although I missed a Fuse Magic, yeah. I think that there should be a tank that you can play that's, like, really chill. I think it's good for the game when there are tanks and healers that are effectively rotationally not that complicated, so that you can focus on doing the job of being a good tank or healer. I think that's actually just straight good for the game. I think that's actually, like, very helpful. I like it. I think that WoW is at its best when WoW is accessible to people. Whoops, whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. Got hit by something. That's my personal opinion, though. Now, I don't want it to be so simple that there's zero complexity. Zero complexity is no good. But I do want it to be accessible. Like, you have to be careful about making it too easy, because that won't be rewarding and won't be fun. But there are ways that they can get that right. I am not a game designer, so you know what? It's not my realm. I don't actually know how to do that, but I'm sure that there is a way, and I'm not the one that's running a multi-million-dollar company, so they should have a way to do it, I think. It's funny, Rap, because they simplified every spec this expansion except Guardian. I know. Guardian is the only one that got more, though. Okay, no problem. Thank you for reading my chat. I love Prot Warrior and want to master it. So right now, these dungeons, they have very specific damage profiles. If you want to get good at Prot Warrior, I can't show you mine, unfortunately, yet. I'll do one vault key on it, probably. Prot Warrior is very much you can play rotationally, super straightforward. The trick for Prot Warrior is understanding, is this physical, is this magic? You have to understand the nature of the packs. If the pack is magic, like there's a lot of that type of thing right now in this season, then you have to basically make a plan as a Prot Warrior. And that's important. To say, like, hey, that pull of Nexus is like, that's going to be double shield wall. I go rotate from the demo shout to the spell reflect. Also, make sure you use spell reflect. A lot of people forget that spell reflect is a 25% magic DR for 5 seconds. So a big tip for you, Pray to Leo, this season, spell reflect, cooldown, pretty much. Anytime there's magic damage, just spell reflect. It's a 25% DR. You don't have to actually reflect anything to make use of it. Why our timer feel kind of tight here, actually? Why are we not double timing this? Interesting. Oh, all right. Yes, you're welcome. But I think that Prot Warrior is kind of sleeper right now. I think it's good. I overall like it. I'm curious to check in with people about a month from now. I'm very curious to know whether people think that the pruning was overall a success or not, newbie. What do you think people will say? What do you think DPS players will say in general? Out of curiosity. Do you like the pruning as of right now or no? I would say overall, I don't think people are really noticing it that much. I think most like it. I agree. I think that the second you get into keys, you'll realize you're like, oh, no, I mean, keys are still hard. Like, you can still die. You can still wipe. There's still expression of skill in terms of, like, being able to hit this button. You still have that thing, though. But I also think it depends on what people play, though. Here, I might hold the Lunar Beam for a second. So we're going to group right on here. I will put the Lunar Beam in 3, 2, 1. Combat Potion, Starfall, back in. I think they did an okay job pruning, but I think they did... Certain specs are not good. Other specs are good, but it depends completely on what spec you're playing. It's basically like it's like an RNG lottery of if your spec was actually pruned correctly or not. Like, it basically was just like, did you win or did you lose? That's basically what it feels like. You know, I don't mind ending this dungeon with 75k overall, considering I haven't mangled once. Did you prune the flask? What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean by that? I'm not sure I understood. I'm sorry. The tank always can decide to be funny. What's up, Prey? Yeah. It's always a good idea to find me here, especially because, like, my stream crashed earlier, so I'm in a little bit of a sour mood, just a tiny bit. My power went out, so my stream crashed, and I was just like, I have those feelings, you know. Sometimes it do kind of suck. But you can't do anything. You can't fight the internet, boss. Looking for flasked Druid gameplay. What is flasked? What does that mean, Teddy? I swear I'm missing something. There's a joke here that I'm not quite getting. What does flasked mean? Am I missing something? Is this some reference that I'm not aware of? Is this what the youngins are saying or something like that? Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not following. How does it feel doing Mythic Plus after doing 3 months on beta? Really chill. For me, the keys are quite easy because of that, though. Do you have a Prot Warrior guide? Yeah. I recommend for a good one. Yes, I have a Prot Warrior guide. I actually made one on beta. I like Prot Warrior a lot. I just didn't have time to actually gear my character. +1 IO. Nice. All right, what 15 from that? 15 Magister's Terrace. 15 Magister's Terrace. Look at that. What ring is this? Ooh, it has avoidance on it. You should keep it then. That is a nice ring, man. That's a good ring with avoidance, too. Wow. Yeah, that build, by the way, don't look. Don't look. Don't tell anyone. It's a super secret build. Don't tell anyone. People are going to get really mad at you. From my experience, if you tell people you play something like this, people are going to get absolutely pissed off at you. So just be highly aware. Be very aware. Yes, I know. I've cooked something here. And when I pull something like you do, I have half your damage and half your healing. Look at the guide I just made. I made a guide explaining how to actually do damage on this, though. It is just... There are some nuances here, but, yeah. Isn't that kind of crazy? Isn't that... You're like, wait a second. I even specced out of Soul of the Forest. Yeah. That is no, what guide is this? That is definitely not the right guide. That is okay. We gotta update that command. The guide I put for YouTube members and for Patreon. But basically, if you have questions, if you're not actually subbed to those things, just ask me questions, and I'll tell you. Okay. 15 Terrace Redemption arc question mark. Do we need anything specific for that? The last time we did 15, it's possible. Wait, reroll. Reroll 14. I do like it. There's a mini damage amp, but on the other hand, losing all your damage from misplace feels terrible. Yeah, it's true. A lot of Guardians complain about survivability right now. I guarantee it's because they are spending non of rage on. Yeah, I know. But the problem is if you were to play this build, you'd be like, huh, it's actually pretty good. You should try it. Just try it. And there's a lot of people who criticize the build. That's absolutely fair and very valid, by the way. And very valid, though. If it works, if you want it, sure, just let me know. There's a free, the basic Prot Warrior guide is here on YouTube. You don't have, I always have at least one version of a guide here, but in order to obviously support stream and stuff, then I have the kind of advanced versions for everything you need to know on Patreon. I got to make some more Patreon stuff soon. Prot Warrior, here. This is the one I made here. Voila. And the one thing I will say is I have changed my tune one here. Pray to Leo. I have changed my tune a little bit. I disagree with one thing I said in this video from this point because I tested it. You can macro at this point. I think that you might even want to macro shield block, ignore pain into shield slam. But that's the Prot Warrior guide I had made. It's a potential though. I have some for Sky Reachable. Wait, the gateway, first pull, or last? I don't think we ever have to kill bird if I can get grabbed and just tele back. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, last boss. Yeah, monk can do it too. Monk can do it too, technically, but it's sketchy. But it's sketchy though. Yes, if you can time it perfectly, but it's very sketch. I feel like you just kill the bird. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. But if you want the full version, then that's on Patreon. I want to know more about it because I don't fully understand how it actually changed. Sub. I made a subtlety rogue guide. Wait a second. Are you talking about subtlety rogue? Did I miss? Did I see that right? Didn't sub of like, yeah, dude. I made a subtlety rogue guide with Shindig. You know what happened to it? The audio got messed up. On the recording I made with him, the audio got messed up, so I can't post it. But I did make one. We made a subtlety rogue guide. Could do one more than Bedge. Okay. What 14s we got? Shindig is so cool. I know. I made 3 videos with him, and there was something weird with his mic, and I didn't realize it until after, so I didn't actually get to catch it. As unfortunate as that sounds, I know. Ugh. All right. You know what? Forget jumping jacks. All right. Here, listen. Chronic ice cream addiction. Chronic ice cream fund. There. I'm putting this bit goal for the rest of the stream today. There you go. That's it. That's the bit goal for today. Yeah. Ooh, I'm almost off work. 3 hours. Close. Yeah, guys, you guys have 2s. Damn. All right, what do we want to do? What 14s we got? Deco, did you re-roll your 14? Mr. Deco. Do you have any ultra defensive build running the no apex style and keep falling on over and over just after the first boss? First boss, you have to understand how it works. Watch one of the guides that I made for that crank parachute. It'll answer all your questions there. So what you want to do for that, yes, you did. What do you have? Out of curiosity, if it's one of the 14s, maybe we can just get that up real quick, and we have 2 15s to go for. So... Yes, and well, this is crazy, but it is no mango here. Did you log that? Out of curiosity, Deco, you log that? Deco has AA. Oh, I already did 14A. I need to find a 14 of these 3. Seat of the Triumvirate, Caverns, and Skyreach. Okay, so we just go 15. Terrace. Do we want a tricky systems good for 15? Do we want somebody tanky? The only thing I'm thinking is the timer is really free. So do you by any chance want somebody who just is like really easy to heal? Like a Ret Pally for Devil Aura or something? The last time we did 15 Terrace, we almost timed it with like a kind of messed up route with 10 deaths. So we can just run 15 terrace if y'all are awake for it. 15 terrace? We had it last time. We just gotta live. Just gotta live. That's it. That's the whole key right there. You just gotta live terrace, and then you're basically GG's. We can keep Tricky, the mage. This speaks more to bad design though. I'm not sure what people will think. I'm kind of curious. I want to check in with people. I'm curious to check in with people after like a month of the season and then see how people feel about their specs from that point. Alrighty then, come on. I should go to the gym, but let's not do that. Can you guys see that I have a sty in my left eye as well? It's not my day today. Look at that. You see it? It's very annoying. Ret Pally is so easy. You could play with a hard dog. I saw that. Addison was playing it. Ret is pretty easy right now, but it's also good. Yeah, I hate any eye thing. I don't like. Not a fan. Not a fan. Can you explain what the EC macro ironfur build is? Yeah, so basically with this build, you don't hit raise, you don't use your apex talent, you just basically slam thrash. It's a giga thrash build. It's basically thrash and then more thrashes and then more thrashes. I'm not winking at you. Don't misunderstand. As an example, this was a 14 Pit of Sauron, and this is my breakdown. This is what it looks like. What's the macro? It's in Discord. Oh, sorry. Oh, right. I forgot my stream restarted. Here, Discord. Macro and builds linked in macro routes. Builds linked here. I think I might like this version of this build even more than the other one, which is crazy. Okay. Boom. Bam. Pin that message. My stream, my internet went out earlier, so my stream restarted. I forgot. Last good for me. I don't care where we go. Again, some sleeps. Okay. I feel like the easiest for me is Prot Warrior because a lot of the damage here is physical, not magic. So, for example, the dungeon I'm about to do, if we do that one, a lot of the damage there is magic. So it's kind of like this, though. Macro build make it more tanky. Regarding less tankiness, the macro build, I find this to be incredibly tanky. Like, my health bar basically doesn't move. But we'll see. Okay, 15 terrace, go. Send. Let's go. And then we got to get randoms 13 up at some point. All right, I poured over to Magister's Terrace. Let's get it. We know what's up now. Terrace smacked me on 8. I bricked it. So, I'm going to be back really quick. Okay, no problem, no problem. I notice when I play hard keys and WoW, it takes away from my motivation to go to the gym. Yeah, because your brain has a certain amount of energy that it can commit to hard things. And if you're actually using all that energy to, like, game, sometimes it can be hard to, like, go to the gym afterward. For me, it's just more of a time thing where it's like, oh, I know I have work tonight and stuff. I've got actually, like, 2 WoW coaching calls, and then I have my actual job. So I'll be busy tonight. Here. I never thought of that. Yeah, so I've been working in health and fitness for a very long time, and this is a very general way to say it. But what a lot of people don't understand when they are thinking about their health or their fitness, and you're like, yo, I really want to do something, and I'm super motivated. It's like, hey, that's great. Like, it feels good to feel good. So if you're taking your health seriously, like, power to you, right? However, if you're very stressed and you're going through a period of your life, which is just like, wow, like I'm, you know, my relationship is crazy, I just got a new job, or if something bad has happened, my family, or whatever it is, right? Like, there's so much going on, then your brain and basically your central nervous system is on overdrive. And so if you add a ton of stress on top of that, your body doesn't necessarily distinguish between negative stress and positive stress. You have to be careful about the total amounts of things you put on your plate. So when life is good, it's really easy to, like, go to the gym and do everything you got to do because you have that available energy. Now you can raise that threshold, and you can basically get better at doing hard things. You can train yourself to do so. However, it's still a situation where, like, if life is super stressful, definitely don't work out 6 days a week unless it's your thing and you love it. And if that's like, that's a totally different story. But if you're trying to do everything at once, it's a recipe for disaster. And eventually your brain will just go, nah. Like you'll just check out. Your brain will just be, nope. And something will happen where you'll feel really bad, you know? What's up, Balded? Morning. Hello, hello, hello. So you have to be careful. It's like total adaptive energy throughout the day is a good way to look at it. It's so easy to lose when I so little to worry about losing weight now. Yeah, it's much harder because life is going to basically just keep smacking you across the face. It's going to be like, whoop-bam, and then it's going to be like, whoop-bam, and then it's going to be like, whoop-bam. And then you're going to be like, oh, it's the end of my day. Oh, I was supposed to do that thing. I don't want to do that thing. Macaron. Look around. Oh, sorry. Tank information. Check the pin. Check the pin in tank information. Yeah, but like sometimes even the true fitness and health is a long-term thing. So you have to figure out how are you going to get the results that you want while life is hitting you like this. Like knowing that's going to happen, how do you do it? You know? I have something to do this or am I just finally peaking? I'm stuck in +6 for days. Got a gaming chair the other day and immediately timed to 10. Gaming chair is good though. Having issues tackling the Mage Tower. Ooh, I don't know. I haven't done Mage Tower in a long time. I actually have no idea how Mage Tower is right now. Yo, what's up, Warriors? What's the macro build? It's here, actually. How to reduce the friendly player nameplate size and Platinator? Good question. Platinator. It should be here, no? The friendly nameplate size. That's actually a good question. I don't know. I don't even have my friendly nameplates. This is the only thing I have here. I don't have them, like, enabled much further than that. No, I do not know. How hard is Mage Tower right now? Has any Guardian Druid done Mage Tower recently? Crunchy, get a good chair. This chair that I'm using is like $40 from IKEA. No, it was like $50 or $60 from IKEA. But I kind of wish that I had gotten a nicer chair, to be honest. I'm just gonna go defrost some chicken downstairs. Tell me how best to deal with the lots of bleeds of scars. Yes, I can. Yo, got your bear? Nice job, Saint Hearth. Let me go just defrost some chicken downstairs, and I'll be right back, okay? Okay, let's go. You know what would make me feel much better? Timing of 15 Magister's Terrace. That's what would make me feel better to do it. Oops. That's not the right thing. All right, here we go. Timing of 15 Magister's Terrace. Now that would be a nice thing to do. Just remember, we need prio damage. Try to prio big mobs. We have 0 prio right now. Like, maybe even single target rotation. The golem. Like, honestly, no joke, kind of single target the golem, guys. Like, like, Frost Strike was doing the prio damage before. We have a Frost Mage, among other things, which buffs you guys, so that's cool, but we got 0 prio damage. We have literally nothing. We got no prio damage at all. So just be aware. Okay, here's how the bleeds work. Bleeds work like this. There is a stacking bleed that gets applied to you in Skyreach. The reason it hurts you so bad is specifically because it gets applied on auto attack. What you have to do is track that bleed stack, and then basically all you have to do is soft kite out or UCC. Vortex, Typhoon, War Stomp, whatever it is. Just basically the goal of fixing like how to get that bleed right is just knowing that. Does that kind of make sense? So when they hit you, they apply the bleed. So all you have to do is not get hit. You just back up. Like soft kite out like this. Yeah. And you can also like, this would be a shockwave moment. This would be a this moment or whatever. Okay, I will Feral Frenzy this big guy. In order for us to time this with this comp, the main issue that we're going to have, right, is the fact that we currently have no prio damage, which means that this big guy is going to be living a very long time. I Vortex, I Typhoon, but I do not Incarn. No Incarn here. Cannot send Incarn here. Yeah, see this big guy? This is the problem. Sometimes we're actually going to have to take a DPS loss because it doesn't matter how much damage people are doing. If the big guy, that's pretty good prio damage, actually, I will say. That's not bad. That could be worse. I think this prio damage could actually be lower. That's not bad. So when it starts to be bad, you have to spread out group CC. You can actually just, I would just use your own CC as a tank. I would not be depending on your group. Definitely use your own CC. I don't know if Arson single targeted or if he saved cooldowns, but honestly, good job. That was pretty good, actually. That wasn't that bad. Live, live, live. Did we burn the res? That is a tough B-res right there. That do be a tough B-res. We also have no kicks in this comp, so it's going to be up to me to get all the polymorphs. Vortex, Typhoon. It's okay. The timers on 15 are really not that bad. You just have to live. What is prio damage? See how there's like a big guy in the first pull, right? So the big guy in the first pull is pretty much the only thing that matters because I can't pull more until he's dead. In other words, it doesn't really matter how much overall damage you do. It only matters how quickly the very big guy dies, right? What's your stat priority? Haste, and then whatever else. Haste and then anything. Literally, it's just haste and then anything else. Doesn't really matter too much otherwise. So I don't want the books. Is there a way that we can somehow get not there? So we have to go here and then left. I haven't done this particular route. Can we go like this way? Yeah, why don't we go here and then we don't have to even take the books? Yeah, why don't we just do this? And then you don't have to play the books. This is way better. Just don't even fight the books. We lose damage overall in the dungeon, but who cares about that? Yeah, why don't we just do this? This is like way better, man. Just fight this here. This is actually the play. It's, although it seems like really sad, it's actually, this is fine to do. Whoops. Oh, man. That is going to be GG's, I think. Not our day. Not our day. I can off heal, release, come back. Wait, come back. Just kill the... No. I mean, okay. You can probably still time this. I think. I would say you can probably still time this. Oh, no. Now it's cooked. All right. All right. GG's. We did kill it just now, but that's 8 deaths on the second area. All good. Okay. I'll get my key back up. It's okay. I don't know. I guess somebody went around the corner. It's all good. No, it's okay. It's okay. No problem. I would like the Isles. I would like the Isles. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, all good. All good. Get some rest. I'll get my key back up. We are losing the Magister. We're losing all the 15s in the silliest ways today, and that does feel kind of bad, but it's all good. No problem. It happens. We'll get them later. But we are losing all the 15s to like butt pulls and silly things that shouldn't be happening on 15s, but it does still happen. And for the record, if anybody is watching this at this moment in time, this is a great reminder that it still happens. Right? Where in Discord can I find routes? Season 1 dungeon guides will have the routes listed. You just choose to find the dungeon you want. Yeah. I need some old keys, I guess, tomorrow. I could use some 10s and stuff. Some 10s on alt tanks. On alt tanks. Okay, sorry. Let me get to YouTube chats. What add-on using to get that nice stacked list with the party names to less? This is base UI. This is no add-on. This right here is base UI here. Check the Arcane Century. Let's do it. I want to see this. This was ethical. That was pretty ethical on the first pull, by the way. We did good. Enemy damage taken. Nice. Good job. That's good damage. Yeah. Do you have a raid single target build for Mythic raiding for Guardian? Not for Mythic raiding, but you can just raid single target. When I was parsing like 99 last week when I was raiding, but I'm not going to raid much, so it was mostly just last week. Is anyone staying on? Or see you tomorrow. Y'all, all y'all bitch. Yeah, I would love to, random. Do you have a 10 by chance? I just want one each. I also want 110, and maybe we can get some done right now. It's not a bad idea. I kind of really want IO. Maybe tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow, then. Why don't we just do 10s tomorrow? Because I also need a bunch of 10s still. You should push 16s easy. I know. They're not hard to do. So, Fury, we would have timed all the 15s if we didn't have butt pulls. We actually have just lost every 15 I've done thus far. It's just been accidental, like, whoopsie daisies. They've been little silly mistakes like that. Otherwise, they're chilling. But yeah, like I wouldn't describe them as hard. Like I can live any of them. They're not that difficult to live. It's just we need to not make silly mistakes. That's okay. I'm only tilted because my internet went out earlier, and that's been happening a ton, and I got to fix that. Thank you. Yeah, we'll go do some more. All right, I guess they're GG's today, so I'm going to go look for some more keys and see if I can find some. I really don't think that 15s are actually that bad right now. So let's see if we can find some. I can either get my key back up or we can quickly look. Oh, it's this guy. I know who this is. I do know who this is if he wants me. There's a 12 here. Nope. Well, it's just Stokes. My Sara Cavern's 14. We can tank my 14. Depends if I need it or not, though. Or I could just go heal something. I don't want to heal at random. To heal my key. The problem is that right now, if I go apply for keys, my IO is not high enough that they're just going to take me. I probably will get declined from most 15s at the moment, though. I need more references. There's a 14 seat. Ooh, that is surprisingly tough. But 14 seat's not that bad. We can get it real fast. Are you doing more? Oh, yeah. Probably. Secret trick to get 0 rings, run Nexus points. Dude, the Nexus rings are really farming people right now, though. How's Enhance at the moment? Enhance seems from beta testing. I don't know how it is right now on live. From beta testing, it still was like a massive RNG type thing. Oh, Trick is also applying for this. I don't know if he'll take that 3 comp. Oh, he did take the 3 comp. All right. He just took. Aw, damn it. He just took everybody. I think I gotta stop tanking. The community is so toxic in learning tanks. It is very toxic for new tanks learning, and I am so sorry that you're going through that. Unfortunately, it is just a fact that the community is actually just very toxic to new tank players. On Nussel, you're absolutely right. There's nothing I can say. I wish I could be like, no, like, just keep going. Like, it's the reality is if you want to tank in World of Warcraft, you gotta have thick skin. There are ways to mitigate that, but there's only so much you can do. And I wish it wasn't like that, but it is. Hello. Hello. This is the first season. Can you show talents? Yeah, of course, of course. Timer here is free. Just go save. Double chain first. Or single. Best mitigation is having friends. It is actually the best way to do it, though. These are the talents I was trying to run right now. I was curious about it. It was working, actually. I mean, I actually think this works pretty well, surprisingly. I think you can double lost the first pull. I mean, I'd like to double the first, but we'll see what they want. The timer in 14 seed is so easy. And so, Fury, personally speaking, I don't think these keys are that bad. I also played beta a lot, though, right? Put overlay on chat and with key. At learning how to tank. Hello. He pressed so much ironfur because I don't want to path through it. Oh, this is the wrong. This was the other build. I actually had a completely. Oh, because I DC'd earlier, because I crashed. I was actually playing this. No, this is the regular Apex. Hold up. No, because this is actually wrong. First of all. Because actually, all right, because the second talent point here was either Ursul's warding or 5% mastery, yeah. This was an extra tank thing. If you want to do it like this. But you can do this too. I encounter as a new tank player with pre-made groups who failed basic. Yeah, but it happens a lot, and it's okay. You could do this. There's a bunch of variations on this build. I think that this is an example, though. Yeah, I know. Yep. Okay, so the one talent point I do want for this key, and I can drop Starfall for it because I don't actually need it. No, I don't want to drop Starfall. I don't need Dispel either. I want a symbiotic relationship, so I would maybe take 1 point out of Forest Walk or just drop the movement speed and play through here. It's tough, the community. I don't actually know if this is still a thing. When I started streaming Warriors, I wasn't allowed to put a chat overlay on my screen. I don't know if that's still a thing, but when I started multi-streaming, because I multi-streamed to 3 platforms, as far as I know, I wasn't allowed to put like a chat overlay on that thing, which is whatever. I don't know, but as far as I know, I was not able to do that. Yo, what's up, Arson? Arson, bro, my internet. I was like sitting there. I was like, yo, key, and then I was like, oh, not the power outage. Oh, it's been so rough these days. Yo, GG's. Thanks for the keys today. We'll get that later. I know that we could do them easy next week too, but I mean, there's not a lot else to do unless you want to fill your DK's vaults or alt vaults. So I've been enjoying them. I still think it's good practice. The weird thing about Druid right now is I feel immortal. Here, let me port over. Port down sec. On my way. You can try to ignore all the toxicity in game, but there's only so much you can do about that. Like, there is a world where it just exists, and you can't really undo it, though. Farming hard mode on the lock. I know you're saving your crest and stuff, but here. Arson, do you know if you can like, can you show your chat? Like, for example, could I put a Twitch chat overlay so that YouTube can also see it? I thought you weren't allowed to do that. But I don't know if that... I thought they changed the rule on that, but I don't know. I never did. Like a chat overlay or something. Because I multi-stream. Yeah, there's some weird rule about it. I gotta ask somebody. It's a good question. But I normally just like my screen to be less cluttered anyways. All right, GG's, Arson. You get some rest. You're off the next few days, right? Wait. You take 2 days off, but it's the time difference is weird. You're off the next 2 days, correct? Yeah. Okay. Back Tuesday. All right, that's Wednesday for me. I'll see you after Vault. And then we go hard. Then we push. Because you'll have sent all your crests. I will also have a new mythic craft plus a mythic item from Vault. And we'll do it then. Learning the tank just to block the chat. Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, then we slam. I think next week, Brazil 15 at least. All right, on the way. GG's. Okay, this version of the Guardian Druid build, though, whatever cook I was doing before, this is more of a cook. I just want to clarify that. Keep it to... that should be that. Yeah. Okay, Seed of the Triumvirate. You can die in Seed of the Triumvirate. This is not an easy tanky, man. This is not an easy one, though. Does force that? Nope. You don't have to use it. Nothing is forced to use. I think that I'm actually doing pretty competitive damage, but I also think that I figured out a way to play this build, which is even different than how I was playing it before, and borderline a little bit cursed Saint Hearth. It is weird. Yeah, you don't have to use Raise. I mean, I've done all my keys without Raise or Apex Talent. You don't have to do it. Yeah. I've been playing this one, give or take, with Ursul's Warding if I actually want the extra magic DR. You can take it. Like, it's not impossible to take. This one talent point right here, if I really wanted to be extra tanky, I wonder where I would put it, really. 5% mastery is still 5% mastery, so I might as well just keep it there. Yeah, the timer is super easy. Just live. We just double chain, though. First pull double, then just go safe, then just live. Just go safe. Just go safe. Ready? I just don't take the AoE shout, the in-cap roar. It's a good utility spell, but if you're not going to use it that much, you don't have to use it. It's not like you have to, though. Watching Seat Tank gameplay. Me? I tank. No worries. I won't need a lot of healing here. Don't worry about it. The bleeds hurt me later on. Oh, wait, what the fuck? No. Pre-incarn. Bro. What the hell was it? What is this no pull timer? What is this? This is a 14? What would the wait. Am I gonna have to adjust this? Am I gonna die? What is this no pull timer on a 14? What is this? This is low key behavior. What is wait, why did we also just change? Wait, hold on. This, no, I don't think this, okay, it's okay. How can I save this key given the fact that we didn't pull timer? We also breathed while things were walking in, which means that our damage is not going to be as, I think you still time this. Like 14 is not, if I live and the healer is good, we're okay. That's the prerequisite for timing this now is just going to be, I need to live and then the healer needs to be good. And then we still time. You cannot lose seat to a DPS check. It is actually, like, this dungeon is so friendly on the timer that if we just don't die... Dude, yeah, hold up. I was about to say. That was intense. That was certainly... I was not anticipating this. Not anticipating this at all. Do I have to SI this? I'd rather not. Wait, didn't I spec into Symbiotic? Oh, I did. I forgot to put it on. Yeah, above gets high. It feels a little, but the healer seems good. The healer's doing big HPS, so that means that we have a good shot at winning this regardless. If the healer is good and the tank doesn't die, that's basically the prerequisite. You can time seat with you can time it with 15 deaths. So if you can time it with 15 deaths, you can go a safer route and time it with basically 0. If you just have no deaths, then it's an easy time, right? Okay. I want to cast this probably on my Evoker, I'm pretty sure. I won't die. There you go. Let's put Symbiotic on the Evoker, I think. Okay, good. And then we just go over to this dude. And then we pull this. And then, unfortunately, I'm going to have to save Incarn. That drive by breath. You like every other dungeon? Then you don't like Pit of Sauron. I like Pit of Sauron. Whoa, what the fuck is... Wait, hold... God... Stop rescuing me away from the guys that charged to me and put a very nasty bleed on me. Why? Hold up. The way that those mobs work as the tank is that if I am out of range of them, they will charge to me and try to end me. Please don't do that. What was this behavior? Oh, we pull boss 2. Okay. I'm not doing any tech this key. This is a 0 tech key at this point. I'm not doing... We are going to do the safest route known to mankind because I want IO. I don't care what my damage looks like this key. I just want IO. I just want to time this. It's not that hard of a key. We're going to play it. This is going to be an example, by the way. If the start of a key is this messy, we did. Okay. What? What? We gotta go over self mechanics. I just wasn't expecting this. I feel like this is a +5. I mean, I could have done this safer. I didn't have to pull like that. Is it GG's? Is it GG's or are we still going? Is it GG's or are we still going here though? This key is not that bad, but if that's how the start of the key went, I'm almost positive that the end of this key does not go well. Like you would expect the 3rd and 4th boss to just be kind of GG's, right? I think at this point, all right. I think we call it here. I'm all right with this. I think this is a quick abandon and go next. Okay, no problem. No problem. In the future for seat, I mean, you don't even have to do any of those pulls. To be fair, I didn't have to do any of that. That's okay. I'd rather leave now and then just run a quickly different key. That's fine with me. Okay, no problem. That's okay. It was a curse from the start with no pull timer. A 16 cavern. No, I did not get blamed in chat here though. Oh, it's this person again. Hi again. Hi again, if you want me. If you want me. If you want me. All right, cool. We heal 14 seat instead of tank 14 seat. It is what it is. Cool. Hello. Hello again. Hello again. The best pally tank I have seen. This pally tank actually last time was really good. Okay, I'm going to heal instead of tank. Surely that's how we time the key. That must be the secret. I think I figured out the secret sauce. I am going to I'm going to heal instead of tank. This is going to be Resto Druid gameplay. It does. Yeah, the key gets bricked if you vote to abandon it. Okay, no problem. I've got this. Now, the trick is that I still have a lot of gear now. So we're going to basically go like boom. And then this is the Resto setup. Now we got Resto saved. Boom, like this. My Resto is now also 269. The only problem with Resto is my leg enchant is not intellect, but that's it. Okay, I am emotionally and physically prepared. I will go a little bit more tank healing to help my tank, but that's it. Lock in, folks. Resto Druid. Not exactly the thing I am most familiar with. All right, we got this. This pally tank, by the way, I did this key with them already. They were pretty good. I just have to be a little bit more aware of one particular pull, though. If there are build turn, no Apex, do you think we just go tier set? I know, you can like... Well, I mean, what better items do you have? 4 set, not needed. 2 set, you want 2 set. But you don't need 4 set for the no Apex build. All right. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, all right. No. Let's roll. No, or definitely not. That's my problem right now. I am in fact not locked in. How can I lock in better? I feel like I need ice cream, chicken, a steak, creme brulee. Creme brulee would go hard, I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, if I had creme brulee, we would time this key 100%. But since I don't have creme brulee, I feel like there's like a 30% chance of failure. Yeah, creme brulee would go so hard right now. Should I also just get a better weapon enchant? How much value you think weapon enchant really is? Let me play some music that actually makes me lock in. All right, I'm playing gaming music. Let's do it. Cool. Well, let me just lock in time this. We need IO. What's the route? I'm assuming double chain start. Double chain start. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Here we go. Cheerios. Yeah. I mean, I have a rank 1 on right now. It's okay. Oops. Good gather, actually. This pally tank, like I said before, actually, genuinely, best pally tank I've played with this season so far. The only thing about Resto Druid right now is I just don't ever think it's really worth greeting your damage. Which is sad, but it's probably the better way to play. I unfortunately think that that is true. Like, you can do some damage, like at the end there, but basically, don't even bother with it. So you prep for this now, and then you heal this first, and then you worry about damage later. Because you can just cover. Like, let's say that this happens here, and it's literally not worth it. If you ever let somebody die, it's not worth it. Like, even here, like that Hunter, that was a really bad RNG. But granted, there should have been a defensive there, but it's not. I should not have been expecting perfect play. That's mostly on me. Doesn't matter. You don't have to do damage as a healer to time keys right now. Like, I should have been more prepared. If I was more prepared there, the Hunter wouldn't have died, and that death was not worth it. Granted, they pressed no buttons, but still, it doesn't matter. It's actually just never ever worth greeting damage. You can do a little bit, but it's really not worth it. That was a poor gather. So here, I'm gonna save this. Even though I shouldn't be able to. Oh, never mind. Okay, if the tank dies, then I can't do it. That was a rough gather. Ouch. Okay. Ouch. Ooh. Ooh. Did somebody ping? Well, that was fast. Okay. Never mind. GG's. You're missing some big multipliers? On what? The Hunter, you mean? Yeah, because I was lazy and I was just grading my damage a little bit. Also, I was really hoping that the Hunter didn't get the healing absorb there. Okay. I look for a different 14 then. I was not expecting that. On Resto, you mean for damage reasons? Or what do you mean, Saucy? Not the 12 or 13. I just need some Resto IO. Oh, there's a Blood DK in here. Oof. I get so scared when I see Blood DKs, man. Like, I can power heal him as best that I can, but I get terrified when I see them. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I zone into this key and I'm just like, uh-oh. Like, he's geared, but uh-oh. I'm scared. I don't, like, can I heal him? I think so. But I'm scared. Well, it's just hit or miss. Like, I can do as much tank healing as I can, but there's a limit to that. They're good if they're good. They're dead if they're not. Just very, very hit or miss with them. Alright, let's blast some music and do some keys. I'm tired. The only reason the hunter died there, by the way, is because I was in cat form, and if he had anything, then he'd be fine. If he had like exil, a defensive, a health stone, or like a health potion, or any like help, then I would have been fine. But since I wasn't, my bad. And that just, it's not worth it. Like if I just didn't go cat form at all, would have been fine. Which is partially on him, but mostly on me. Because as a healer, it's not worth it. My damage is irrelevant. There are plenty of ways you can do more damage, but we'll see. Where's Sauron again? This way. I always forget how to get to this dungeon. It's through this one right here. You go down here, right? And then you go, oh no. How do you get to this dungeon? Why is the portal so weird? Okay, wait, you go, it's down here? No, that's the raid. That's the raid entrance, so it's not the big entrance. It's up. That's the raid entrance, it's not here. Bro, I really wish they actually made this easier. There you go. That's the one. Alright, it's okay, we'll vibe and listen to music. I've gotten too tilted by my internet going out, Saucy, to be honest. I feel like my mental cannot handle another internet outage. I would love to tell you I can. But my mental, I can't do it. I gotta fix my internet problems or figure out whatever's going on with it, because it do be tough. It do be tough. Nah, it's okay. I tell her, I realized you tried streaming. How's it going? Hearty? Ooh. All right. Let's get this. I want to see his route. I want to see how he does. I'm very curious to know how this Blood DK performs. Let me see his talents real quick. Okay. Hey, Teller. Hope you've been having a good season thus far. Realistically, honestly, I should work out or go to the gym right now, but oh well. I could do that tomorrow, I'm sure. But I am reminding myself that I am a human being, not a saint. Enjoy your contribution. Thanks. All right. Does he need external red on pull? I don't want to heal him too much. We can get life bloom up. Otherwise, I'll take aggro. I really am curious to see how other people are choosing to route this right now. I might just trying to get settled. I'm not sure what is or is not going to happen here. Okay, he seems pretty stable, actually. He seems good. That's the first sign, is the fact that the first pull went well is actually good. I'm not sure what he's pulling, but honestly, again, the time, if you're just trying to time this, like if this 14 is IO for you, then you really don't need to be pulling that big at all. It's my job as a healer to get these. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I was thinking about even making the big pull bigger for me, personally, in my route. Do you think he needs external on the slash here? He should be fine as a blood DK. But since no other damage happening, let's spread some bleeds. Does he need external? It's so difficult to figure out how to heal blood DKs. Like, on one hand, do I spam heal him? Do I need to actually worry as much? Like, I just basically refresh. Like, I just have all my pots on him. But is that enough? I don't know. No, let's find out. Basically, it seems like it's fine, but sometimes it is very hard to tell. I will be the first to admit that it is very hard to tell sometimes with blood DK. He's going to get slashed in the back. Does he need external now? I'm going to external him now. Like, my external is basically just for him. But I don't know sometimes when to use it because it depends on the blood DK I'm playing with. I know when I would need it on my blood DK, but that's not always a good metric, to be honest. Since this pull is mostly tank damage, I can be refreshing my thrashes in bear form, going into cat form. I actually, by the way, love the fact that this is a real gameplay thing. You ever seen this before? You can still thrash as a Resto Druid, you just need to be in bear form to do it. Which I think is wildly hilarious that is actually true, by the way. Check the runic power. I don't have a runic power tracker, though. It's not, like, tracking runic power to try to heal a blood DK is, like, a weird thing where you just have to either trust or not trust. Like, I feel like healing a blood DK is, do I trust, yes or no? Please don't let the cast go off. I just panic trank. A little bit of a panic trank there, but it should be fine. I am the only decurse, but I will still convoke in bear form because it is fun, if no other reason. Okay, spread some hots here. Dispel that global. He is targeted, maybe defensive, maybe not defensive. Good cloak, good cloak, good cloak. Appreciate the help. Bolt might go off, in which case I don't do damage, I just cover mistakes. This is trinket here, so that's fine. Swipe 1, swipe 2, swipe 3, swipe 4. That's healing on the trinket. Bam. Again, I do like doing damage on a Resto Druid, and it is pretty fun. That's, like, for me, the most fun part about playing Resto Druid. What's my party frames? Oh, this is just base UI. This is just completely base UI. I never actually got Dander's frames. I was supposed to. Hey, man, I'm doing healer damage. Look. I actually am doing, like, this is, like, good here. This is good Resto Druid damage. I'm doing the right things to do Resto Druid damage. I just have to figure out how much my tank needs me first. And then from there, I will make decisions. Yeah, I actually just heal with base UI right now. I do think that eventually, if I was really healing a lot more keys, I'm still mostly been tanking this week, but if I was really healing a lot more keys, I would consider Dander's frames. I do think that Dander's frames is a gameplay advantage, but not nearly as much. It's not like it's absolutely required or anything. Like that, I don't really buy into the fact that it is truly, truly, truly required. Yeah, look. What's a good amount of Resto Druid damage right now? In the keys that you've done, how much damage does a healer have to do to be considered good healer damage in your keys right now, by the way? Whoa, wait, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where's this? Whoa, okay, we're going this way. All right. This is why I actually love healing other tanks. 0 deaths is the healer damage good. Honestly, fair. That is actually you're probably right on that, Mua. So I can shift out here. Oops, we're all standing in puddles. Now, this is the cold wraith, so I'm going to basically prepare a little bit. Again, do I need to heal my tank primarily? Probably. If they show up on the damage meter, that's true, Wisdom. Oh, Wisdom. I was chilling earlier, right? And then all of a sudden, my power went out again. And I was like, this is misery. And then my internet went out, my power went out, and I was like, ah. And I realized, you know what? I do get frustrated as a human being. And particularly, it's so funny to me, when technology has issues, I get so tilted. Like, if you're ever, like, scrolling Instagram or something, and a reel is trying to load, but it doesn't actually fully load, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, bro, this sucks. Why? Why does it actually bother me so much? It doesn't actually matter that much, though, right? Yeah, I guess so. But, like, isn't that weird a little bit? Of, like, how much it actually bothers me that that happens? I have no disease to spell for him, so I have to watch him at the end of polls. Which version is the Blood DK? Deathbringer. He's playing Deathbringer. He's doing pretty good, by the way. This is a very solid Blood DK right now. Okay, so this boss. I will just go 1 bleed, 1 Feral Frenzy, boom. And that is to proc this. And then I will basically trank the first one just to settle. And I will not, on this type of boss here, I'm not going to greed my damage at all. That first set looked really clean. That's pretty good. Only after the phase can I greed my damage a little bit. There you go. Now I can convoke. Okay, don't stand on a puddle, me. Because there's no healing that needs to happen here. You can even be biting here. And then thrash in bear form. And back to Resto Druid. And you basically just let passive healing happen. Or I get targeted, and then I do this, though. You know what, Wisdom? You're absolutely right. It's the little things that get me. It's not the big life things. You know what I mean? Like, big life events, I'm like, dude, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's just chill. It's okay. Life didn't go the way I wanted to. You know, I didn't get that job, whatever it is. And, but it's the little things that get me. They just gnaw at me. And, like, on my insides, I'm just like, like, it's so frustrating when things just, like, I'm expecting something to work, but it doesn't work. I can actually really struggle with that, genuinely. It's something I know about myself that just, like, gets me, and I'm just like, God, like, it's, oof. I find that to be so interesting, actually, that is actually true. You know what I mean? That's just those little things, like, really, really just add up over time. Yeah, exactly. And then it's just, like, it's those little things, and I'm just like, dude, I didn't even have... The fact that I am doom scrolling right now is actually kind of amazing. Like, it's not amazing. It's probably really bad for you. But you know what I mean? Like, it's actually... The fact that I'm even able to do this is so cool. Why am I complaining so much? And that's what gets me sometimes, is when I actually stop and realize, oh... the fact that I have a phone and the fact that social media even exists, like, that's so cool. That wasn't a given. How did we even come up with that? I've met some humans before, and I don't know how we managed to come up with anything cool in this world. You know what I'm talking about? You ever met, like, you know, like, people you went to high school with are now coding things for the whole world to use. That's wild. I know who I went to high school with, and that's crazy thought. You ever think about that? Some of the people you went to high school with, I mean, I'm assuming you're old enough for this to happen. You're probably old, because World of Warcraft, you know? Some of the people that you went to high school with, actually, by the way, they are therapists now. Like, people pay them to tell them, like, how to live. Isn't that crazy? You ever think about that? That's an insane thought to me sometimes. I actually just occasionally consider the fact that I'm just like, bro, I know everybody I went to high school with, and none of them should be therapists, but yet somehow, you know, here we are. What a world we live in. I don't know how they're going to convince anybody to pay them money, but it's going to happen. I don't actually know anybody I went to high school with. I didn't keep in contact with literally anyone after high school. Fake it till you make it, I guess. Okay, let's see who this next Cold Wraith is on. Just pre-ramp it a little bit in case I need to massively heal anyone. If it's on me, that's the best idea. There's a 19-year-old winning F1 races. Yeah. Age is really just a number at the end of the day, right? That old school routes. Yeah, sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry. Oof. Do you prefer to heal or tank? Me, I prefer to tank. Like, I'm a tank main, but I would say I just enjoy healing sometimes. Whatever key I time on my whatever key I time on my Guardian Druid this season, I also want to time now on my Resto Druid. That's basically the idea. That's kind of my goal right now. So whatever key I do, I will equal on the other role, if that makes sense. I think that's a fun way to play the game. Okay, please be on me. Please be on me. This pull is actually super hard to heal, so I will not be greeting my damage at all. I will trank if I need to. Okay, perfect. Nice. Double Cold Wraith on me is best case scenario. Another Nexus point. Dude, I think Arson was farming that dungeon for days on end until he got his ring. 16k DPS average is not bad. So Mark of the Wild provides more damage than anything else that I could do anyways. So he's going to go this way, which means that this pull here is going to be a Neolite on top of that, which is basically going to be tank damage. As long as we don't let that Nether Burst go off, that is. Which I'm assuming we'll get the kick on. Oops. I didn't need to do that. I don't know why I used Bark Skin there. This boss will be easy for Resto Druid to heal, but I don't agree my damage too much on this pull. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I've been playing with a Mistweaver who's been, like, absolutely blasting, so it's kind of hard to compare sometimes, like, what healer damage should be. Because the Mistweaver I've been playing with does just so much damage. As hilarious as this sounds, the stairs are line-of-sighting me right now. Okay, Cold Wraith is dead. Nice. Let's get the Graveblade Bleeds on. Tank will be fine here. External him just in case. Won't need it for boss. Oh, yeah. So basically, though, are you just using macros and no add-ons for healing? No, I have no really healing add-ons. No. Not a big fan of, like, healer add-ons. I used to use Cell. If Cell came back, I would love to use it. Oh, that's the wrong life loom target. Let's go here. So 1 Convoke into boss because I am confident about healing this, but I better actually be confident about healing this if I Convoke the boss for damage. Like, that would be mandatory. Okay, keep Life Bloom on the Hunter. He is a squishy. Trinket here for a little bit of damage. Plus the absorb value. Shouldn't even need to trank this one. Just go here. Boom. I can shift this. Go reapply bleeds. Oops. Ah, Hunter. Holy. Cell is in the middle of a rework. Supposedly the developer, I'm in the Discord, and he said, like, oh, I'm trying, guys, but, like, it's just taking me a bit. He said he was going to have it ready, and then it's not ready. So now I'm a little bit like, I guess I could use Dander's frames. Like, that's the other alternative, of course. But I just have been using base UI. And the truth is, for me, I'm kind of like a big, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type guy. So I haven't really felt like a need to try to fix anything yet. Everything feels pretty doable with base UI. Yeah, I don't really want to have to learn a new add-on. But to be honest, Cambo, that's probably on us. Like, I bet you it's not that hard at all, and we should just do it, but we're not doing it because I don't know. It works, right? Like, I'm not struggling to heal this, so I'm doing a good job, so that is what it is. But technically speaking, I'm sure we probably should. So I've heard, at least. That's a tough line of sight. That's okay. We got this. Just be back here. Just be like, don't be in the puddles, guys. Yeah, it's okay. Don't be in the puddles. No puddle, no puddle, no puddle, no puddle, no puddle. Good. Uh-oh. Please. Oh, thank God. Holy. I thought for a second that was about to happen bad. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I don't know where everybody is. The funniest thing as a healer is that I get line of sight around these rocks as well, which I don't think people really realize. I'll put one more bleed on. One more Feral Frenzy to end the boss. Oof. Sketchy, sketchy. Scary, scary. Yeah. Also waiting for the Cell Rig where it's going to be a whole new add-on, I think. Interesting. I don't know what we're doing. But if I don't feel like I'm like actually crazy behind on functionality, then I'll probably just play whatever I want to play. It just depends. We'll have to see. So far, so good. Bear form, Heart of the Wild. Sorry, bear form, Convoke, rather. Get 3 stacks of Thrash. I don't actually know what target count that's actually worth doing it on, but it is kind of fun to do. I don't even think I care what target count it is because it's actually just so much fun to do that. Oh, shit. The fuck? Are those the... Oh, the leaps, they shred. That's right. They cleave, depending on the range. I forgot about that. Can't be stacked. I think Thrash actually does some good damage. I keep going to Dispel him because I see it there, but I can't do it. What talent build you recommend for pushing keys? I think it completely depends. For Bear right now, there are 3 very decent builds, and I think it actually is just a matter of preference. If you really want to play like a Druid of the Claw, you can make it work. If you want to play a standard Elun's Chosen build, that also works. If you want to play without Raise, you can. If you want to play with Raise, you can. There's a build that technically does more damage than the other builds. Do you have to play that? Not necessarily. Do you want to play it? Sure. I think that Bear actually has a lot of different preferences. But if you're learning, and I think if you're getting used to it, there is a build that will just give you an easier time. And I do think that that might be... Whoops. Holy, I almost let him die. I'm sorry. There's a build that basically I think will just have you really have a much easier time in your keys, and that's the macro ironfur build. I'm in combat. We chained. Just my tank here. I do not know what the range on that frontal is. Decurse that one, and into cat form we go. What class would you recommend to starting Mythic Plus on the first time? Do you like DPSing Zerks? Do you like tanking? Do you like healing? Like what role calls to you? Like if you could play anything, like what would you want to play? You want a tank. Okay. I think that there are a bunch of tanks that are pretty straightforward to learn. I think that if like you should choose based on class fantasy actually, because all the tanks will work. I think that the Guardian Druid build that I play is honestly pretty friendly. If you want to like, for example, learn with that build, you totally can. If you're really interested in pressing, like you could play Prot Warrior is a fun, straightforward tank, but honestly, any tank works. Like it's a little different than it used to be. And whatever class fantasy you like the most is the one you're going to spend the most time on, and that's what you're going to get the best at. And then that's the one you should play, if that makes sense. So at the end of the day, the one you should play is the one you feel the most comfy on. Skill expression matters more than choosing the best possible spec. So if you like something, play that. Does that answer your question okay? Okay, so here... Is he not going to chain this in? Interesting. So he's scared here a little bit. Okay. Give me Shaman Tank. That'd be kind of cool, huh? Fair route adaptation to go here. Then we go like this. Then I external my tank. And then I heal like this. Voila, da, 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 da. supposedly supposed to be a spec, the Shaman tank. I wonder if WoW would benefit from new specs. Like, I really struggle with this because I don't think they can balance the current existing specs, so I don't really know if they should make a whole set of new specs. Like, I feel like that could go really poorly for them. Do you know what I'm talking? Like, you know what I mean? Don't you ever feel like that sometimes? Like, I'm like, oh, as cool as it would be to have new specializations in WoW, I don't know if that's a smart move. That is a questionable thing for me. Okay, key is timed right now, so why don't we just... This one will trank. Oops. Adding new experimental things to the game is beyond current Blizzard, maybe. I don't know if they would do it right. I don't think I trust, to be honest with you, I just don't think I trust their implementation of a system like that. I worry about them getting it right. Because the last time they added something new like this was basically AUG, and AUG was destructive for the game. And then they added Devourer now, and Devourer is like super, super great. But I don't think Devourer is game breaking. At least I feel like they did a fair job with Devourer. No, I'm not upset with how they decided to basically cook on Devourer. I don't think it's actually very like. I think it's the design of that. The fact that it has to chain all the time could be a little toxic for pug tanks. I know they did that spec survey, but I don't know if I, once again, really want them to be adding a bunch of stuff without trusting that they're going to do it right. This guy kind of hurts my bed. You don't want it to be the same team that's doing Arms Warrior? Yeah, that's fair. Easy, pretty much zero death run. But this route, actually, I'm pretty surprised. You know what? I'm realizing something. First of all, our timer with a very clean run is not that good. This is actually one of the reasons that I am so interested in always healing other tanks. Because is Pit of Sauron, when you guys have done Pit of Sauron, how's the timer? What's the timer look like in this dungeon for you guys? I'm actually kind of curious about this. Very good for me. I think the timer for me is good too. So he does about as much damage as my bear does, except doesn't have a group buff. I did 77k here before. Okay, on this guy, on this guy. But I am curious because, like, because I played beta for so long, it's hard for me to identify sometimes, like, where do other people struggle? Because, oh yeah, like, I'm not, by the way, not flaming him on the route at all. We're going to time this right now. I will heal this successfully, and then we're going to be okay. But it's interesting to me because I don't really get to see oftentimes how, you know, a lot of other tanks will do it because I've been tanking. And because I'm the tank, like, I don't really get to see how other people are choosing to route. And I think it's actually very illuminating sometimes. Sometimes they do things and I'm like, oh, that's smart. I should do that. Like, I actually learn from other people, and I think that's actually super cool. I like the fact. Yeah, exactly. It's actually super cool to just kind of get that information and actually get to learn from how other people are doing things. I'm like, oh, that's smart. Oh, like, I've never thought about combining that. Ooh, like, I like these types of things. Okay, that guy's not quite dying, so let me just convoke this, and then we're going to be A-okay. Life bloom that. Spread this here. Perfect. One more bone infusion. See routes for the dungeons. My YouTube channel or my Discord will have either guides or routes, depending on what you're looking for. Oops, wrong global. It's okay. A little bit of time to re-up a bleed real fast, but obviously this dungeon is timed without me greeting my damage, so would be a shame if I died there. DPS seem to struggle to press. Whoops. I got it. 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 Oh, look at that. Look at that heads up play right there. That was going to be really bad. We would die, actually, otherwise. Okay, wait. I can get this shield proc real fast. I can get the shield. I can get the shield. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Come in, Hunter. I'm going to external my Hunter because he has aggro out there. Come toward your tank here. Boom, boom, boom. What's up, Wolfie? How's it going? Still like your name. How's your day going? Honestly, my day has been kind of tilting. I'm not going to lie. My day has been like a little bit tilting because my internet went out, and that's like a really frustrating thing, obviously, right? Like, it sucks to have bad internet problems, and GG's, by the way. GG's. I run the short dash talent for this. That would actually make sense as well. A barb choker. Yeah, my internet went out. And it's just like it's 3 days in a row. I know. It's been frustrating. Nope. Nope. All yours. Actually, yeah. Actually, yeah, I do Skyreach. I do Skyreach 14. Yeah, here, Hunter could take this. I do need a Skyreach 14. I'll do that. Resto Druid feels really powerful. Like, the little bit of damage here is cool, but it doesn't even really matter to do it, though. Ugh. Season for interwebs trouble. Mine flakes during spring. Really? There's a seasonal stuff like this? Interesting. There's a seasonal thing for that, though? Interesting. Okay. Do you want me to question, though, because it was missed? On Guardian, are you running Symbiotic? I want to consider running it for certain dungeons to help out. So I guess it depends. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. That's basically the answer to that question. Oh, resilient keystones, lol. I like to exchange my key. What else did I get? I got a 14 Pit of Sauron, lol. I have 5G home. If you're skipping the gym today, maybe something on key completes. Maybe, Bubkiss. I probably should. I've been playing too much, to be honest with you. I should be doing alt keys right now, but instead I'm getting Resto IO. Here on a DPS that is squishy. You should probably put it on a DPS that is squishy because your healer oftentimes doesn't need it. DPS that is squishy is, generally speaking, the way to use that ability properly. Ugh. Did they remove the affix that reduces time more when you died? The 15 seconds that challenges resilience? I think it's still here. Be as fast in progression. That's also, I'm curious about that too, Patty. I'm actually interested to see what that really does for the season, because we're progressing really fast. So you're right, by the way. We are progressing incredibly fast right now. So it is actually curious. All right, we got Googert. I recognize this rep, Pally. Just go safe, we live. What's up, Drebs? Do you do the extra stuff or no? I don't. I didn't. I straight up didn't, Drebs. I can't do open world content. I can't do it. I think the progression is just due to players' satisfaction level, especially for bringing in new players. Could it be a router issue? Restart it? No, it's like Thailand has had an issue. Like Thailand, the whole internet provider said that they were having issues. And then also the electricity has just been weird the last 3 days. It's actually really, really strange. It's really, really strange. I did the one tier. I did the crack keystone. I didn't do the praise. I don't want to do the praise, but I did do the crack keystone. That one I did decide to do. That was not too bad. Okay, let's get 14 Skyreach. A little bit of IO. Let's do it. Technically, this won't be Guardian IO because it'll be Resto IO, but I can always get it back after. Skyreach. Okay. Healing Skyreach is not an easy key to heal. So I will be thinking about how to heal better. Thailand could be... Yeah, maybe... I don't know, actually. I don't think so, Tenebris, but you never know. I honestly don't understand enough about tech stuff to really understand. The line of sight as a healer in Skyreach is... Which line of sight? Which line of sight? You just have to... I just have to keep the tank alive. It's mostly just me keeping the tank alive. I just don't know how to trust... I don't know how much to trust the tank. Oh, I get annoyed with Nightmare Praise. I like the mechanic at first, but Nightmare was a bit much. I haven't even done the Praise. I honestly, like, I don't do Praise. First pull, my tank ain't going behind those walls. Oh, I see. So I'm going to go full tank healing, and I think that there's basically two ways to play Resto Druid right now. Like, I can actually drop Harmonious Blessing for an extra point in Thriving, which is a bit more group healing, but this will give me a little bit more tank healing. I can also play here, but I think that this also is helpful. 4 seconds on Iron Bark is pretty huge. We can take a look at my overall healing that last dungeon. I am kind of curious to know how much of it is on him. My damage won't matter here, though. We just go safe. Timer in this dungeon is super easy. Timer is easy, just live tank. Miss you. Hi, Diamond. Do we know each other? And you're testing, do you prefer Prosperity or Verdant Infusion? Verdant Infusion is my preference. I mean, I think that I could see a world where maybe you do play Prosperity, but I couldn't really imagine playing without. I feel like it would be so bad to play without Verdant Infusion. Oh, not yet? Oh, okay. So this is our introduction. All right, when you meet people, what's the first thing you should ask them? Let's test your knowledge. When you meet, so you're meeting me for the first time. What's the first question you ask me? You got to make a striking impression. Because you remember, if this goes poorly, I'll never talk to you again. This is your one chance. For being able to progress more means I'll play after I hit my goal. Do you play World of Warcraft? It's a good question. It's a good question. Horde or Alliance? Those days are behind us. It's 2026. Both. When you could do only one hobby for the rest of your life, what would it be? I would experience. I think that the point of life is to experience. I don't necessarily think the point of life is to be happy. I think the point of life is to experience life. I think that if you prioritize happiness, you'll oftentimes be disappointed because sometimes life doesn't go your way. But if you prioritize experience, then even when you eventually end up in a Saw movie, you'll be like, huh, this is cool. Never thought I would know what it would be like to get tortured. And now you do. How cool is that? See? That's the key, in my opinion. I totally just hit the wrong target there, but we're going to ignore that for a second. Okay, heal the tank. Heal everybody else. Okay. So far, so good. He didn't die on the first pull. The last time I did this dungeon with the Blood DK, he literally died on the very first pull. That's a very positive sign. We might time this. That's a great sign right there. Yeah, the last time I did this with a Blood DK, he literally died on the exact, like that pull right there. He just straight proc purg. I Iron Barked him, and then he died. And I was like, holy. So this guy, he's a lot more prepared, which is great for me. Because that'll help me out. Okay, Dire Screech. If we're not playing that bird, what are we playing? No problem healing this. I got it. Just heal nice and safe. Again, no need to greed my damage whatsoever. I'll just put a little few bleeds out, but it's fine. Otherwise... Okay, watch this. Big Convoke to prepare. 10 years after, you want to know how I got these scars? Just go safe. Just go safe. Just don't. If I have to iron bark you and heal you, my friend, just be careful. I will iron bark you on the gather because you're a blood DK. Oh boy. Here it is. The beginning of the end. Well, it was a good run while it lasted. Just kidding. We got this. We got this. I'm sure we can probably figure this out. Vortex Typhoon. Even a trinket here. I don't really want to trank if I don't have to. Keep hots on the blood DK. I'm just... Oh, there it is. That's it. That's it right there. Told you. I don't like... That was... What? Do you see? That's the problem, man. I just don't actually understand sometimes how I'm supposed to heal blood DK. Like, what was I supposed to do there? Like, you know? No, I mean, like, you don't have to do damage while healing. The question is, how am I supposed to keep him alive in the future? Like, he had all hots on him. I had already iron barked. It was just, he just died. Like, he just actually died. There was literally, like, nothing that I could do. Aside of actually just knowing that I was going to spam heal him there. That's been my experience so far with Pug Tanks. Like, you can see, I have all my hots on him, and shy of just sitting here spamming regrowth on him, it's just really difficult to know, like, when does he need me? We probably still time it, actually. Like, we don't... It's not necessarily GG's, because the timer here is pretty easy, but it's just very difficult for me to understand sometimes. Like, did he miss a death strike? Like, what happened? Did he get hit in the back? I think it depends on the season, but right now, healer damage is so low... I would say you can do some damage as a healer, but it doesn't really matter. Your focus should definitely be keeping the group alive. It's fun to do healer damage, but you absolutely don't need to. He just evaporated. He proc Purg and then died through Purg instantly. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. Because sometimes, like, it is definitely a misplay on him, but remember, my philosophy in keys is very simple. Could he play better? Absolutely. Is that his fault? Probably. Doesn't matter. How can I save it anyways? The truth is that being a good healer in Pugs is actually so much more about just saying, hey, things are probably they're not going to go according to plan. How can I figure it out anyways? Because I want IO, right? Like, my goal here is not to be the best Wrestler Druid in the world. My goal here is to get IO. And so I am far more interested in just timing this key. In terms of, like, I want to be able to win. So I always think to myself, what's the win scenario? Not necessarily, like, how can we min-max my best efficiency this or best efficiency that? I don't really care. So does that make sense? That's my perspective in keys, at least, is thinking to myself, uh-oh. No, 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 no. That's okay. I totally planned that. I just want to let you know that was 1,000% planned. I never, ever, ever doubted that I would live. I knew I was going to live. That's why I said no, 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 no. Because it was like I'm basically baiting because I knew I was going to live that. So that's why you heard that noise from me. Yeah, that was the noise of confidence. That's basically... That's what it sounds like to be really, really confident, is you say, like, no to death, right? Because it was like death was trying to take me, and I was like, no. You see? You see how that works? That's why, yeah, supreme confidence. That's going to go toward me. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that people were paying attention. That's definitely what I was thinking of you guys. That's right. That's exactly what was going on there. I actually hate this boss. This boss is so toxic to heal after they change how it works. It used to be better, by the way. Original beta, this boss was better for healers, and now it sucks. Whoops. Bye-bye. Yeah, that thing, that hitbox is very large, so you have to be careful. It's okay, this one, we don't die, we don't die, we don't die. Can you not? I was trying to trank, that's rude behavior. Easy money. Okay. Ah, last bleed went off. No! He procced his purge just now. Scary. Okay, please go left. Go left. Go left. Mr. Tank! Not like this. Can I go forward? Left, left, left. Oh my god. I don't understand why tanks are going right. Is your tank going right or left after first boss in Skyreach? This is like... I don't understand why tanks do this. I guess he has AMS, so like Blood DK is going to be really, really good at this, but still. Okay, no damage, just heal. I will Vortex for him, because he's going to stack this bleed really fast. You just go... You don't have to worry about the bleed at all. He's going to kite this out. He kind of understands. What's the difference? This has 3 extra bleed. This is a bunch of extra bleed, guys. The left guy is so easy. It's the same Orb Elemental, but no extra bleed dudes. And one less caster, too. No, I mean, the left pack doesn't have any danger, though, to the group. Those casters are nothing. So now I have to external him, and then I can War Stomp for him. And watch that. War Stomp will let him reset real fast. Yeah, you better just... There's no reason not to go left. This guy, those initiates, they don't actually do anything. They're not dangerous for the group at all. Like, even if every single bolt goes through, nobody is going to get hit by it. Hank's always run up the stairs. Yeah, that's true. It's just that they need a plan for it. Is he going to triple this, or is he going to double it? I would like to know, because I would like to make a plan. Double it is. Okay. Yeah, just go left. The bolts was those bolters are no problem. They really don't do that much damage at all. Okay, Hunter in danger. Shift Life Bloom real fast. Okay, fair defensive. This next boss, I have to basically do no damage. I can walk in with a rip, maybe. Who this on? Demon Hunter. He's gonna be fine. One of my favorite things about Devour right now is just how tanky they are. They are very tanky. Okay, there's going to be one more flame. I definitely can't burn Trank. I will burn the external here, just in case there's a double. There might be. Okay, that solar flame is going to be the last one. See who this next one is on, and then I'll stack some. It's going to be here. Perfect. Oh, still almost died. Okay, walk in with a few combo points so I can put at least one bleed on the boss originally. I have Trinket here for the first one. I wish there was a faster way for Resto Druid to stack this Trinket. Okay. This boss is an example, though, of how absolutely hilarious it is to play a Resto Druid compared to everything else. The only thing I'm noticing is I didn't manage my mana very well. I should have micro sip right before this. Because this boss is so scary to heal, right? Except for the fact that I'm a Resto Druid, so it doesn't really matter. Like, on every other healer, this is actually a scary encounter, but Resto Druid is just like... Chilling. Like, what? How? It's so chill to just play this healer. It's actually borderline unfair how chill it is to play this healer. Okay, so Hunter will soak one, I'll soak one, and then Demon Hunter probably. I'm not even pressing Bark. Okay, maybe I should have pressed Bark. Easy. Dude, I even feel confident getting a few bleeds up real fast. Our timer is okay right now, but since we had the mistakes earlier, it's not that good. This one I'll trank, and we're all good, though. Morning, buddy. What's up, James? Ooh, You know, at some point, I'm actually going to have to stop streaming this late, but for now, we're here. Is it morning for you? And you're in EU, right? But you play on NA, I remember. Tank doesn't need me here. I don't know why I healed him. That was the wrong global, so now I will convoke, because I messed up. Whoops. 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 Holy. I missed 3 globals there, actually. That was scary. I almost messed that up a lot. Okay, extend this. Pre-wild growth as the beams come in. Don't get cocky. Don't get cocky. You got any 15s? We were supposed to have some today, and then we made some very silly kind of mistakes, so we didn't actually end up getting any, but that's okay. No, I didn't get any. I was tanking them, and I felt like uber tanky, but then we just kind of, we had like, every 15 we did was like, oh, this is chill, and then we had like a butt pull or like a really silly kind of error, and that is A-okay, because we'll get them another time. But I'm actually still, I don't even have Brazil 14. This would be Brazil 14, but then we had a tank death here as well, so we'll see if that works. Yeah, you can't be like doing butt pulls and stuff at that key level. 4 a.m. for you? Damn. Does Resto Druid feel like, and Bear, feel bad to me? No. I mean, both of them feel really good to me right now. I would describe both of them as incredibly, both of them feel really good. You can even do tech. Watch this. Bear form convoke. Maximum damage. Oops, I got fixated. Okay, not maximum damage. The bear form convoke is so funny to me. Like, I think it's so funny that actually bear form convoke does real damage for Resto Druid. I meant Resto Druid healing bear. Oh, do healing other bears feel bad to me? I think it feels okay. It's just healing pug tanks right now is sketch. I don't know if I think that a lot of tanks are still learning. Like, I'm assuming most people obviously didn't play beta, right? But it really is quite apparent to me that a lot of tanks are still like learning how to get familiar with these dungeons, and it can be like super toxic to be healing groups at the moment. It just is like kind of very, very, it feels almost entirely RNG about whether or not people know what they're doing or not yet. It's completely RNG. If you're pugging and you're not like familiar with who you're playing with, there's a chance that people are like, oh yeah, we did this on beta. Like, psh, like I watched a guide, so I know exactly what's happening. And then there's another chance which is just like, they have no idea. And that's what it feels like more of the time, to be honest. Okay, I'll save that proc, actually. You are not supposed to move from this one. You're supposed to just actually face tank it. Much better to face tank the first bird and then just let your healer heal it. Get bleeds up. Oops. Oh, no. I was not anticipating that. Now I have to try to recover. We don't really have a lot of time. I mean, our timer's okay, but... Oh, what is this? Did he just fell rush off the edge? Did he just... Bro, we don't have a res. Oh, GG's. Oh. No res. Oh, the tank didn't get back in time. Alright, GG's. Dealing with pug tags. Do you have a video about bear threat? Yes, I have 2 videos about bear threat actually, because I know bears have been struggling a lot with threat right now. I have 2 videos about threat. Indeed, I do. Yes. Yo, what's up, IMGC? Thanks for the sub on YouTube. Oh well, GG's. Nice try. At least Resto Druid feels pretty good. Well, need to find some 14s, 15s, or something. What time is it right now? I've got my first call in 2 hours. Should make some dinner, but I really wanted to get some IO, man. Losing threat mid pull with 3 stacks happens quite a lot. Doesn't happen when I run your build, though. All I can tell you is that my build has had no threat problems recently. I've just had 0 threat problems. I feel very, 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 like, threat is 0 problems with the build I've been running. But I do know that a lot of people have really been feeling it. Okay, 15 seat. Tank. 15 Algathar. I mean, I could heal this. The last boss is scary to me. I have A14. I do not need A14, unfortunately. Well, let me go turn on my light. Oh, what I get invited to? 14 seat, this one. Okay. IO has been eluding me, though. Hello. I actually have heard that before, Wiz. I've heard a few people tell me at this point that they've been losing threat like mid-pull with several stacks of Thrash up. And I'm thinking, they must be playing Druid of the Claw. I feel like the thing is, you gotta be playing Druid of the Claw, I'm pretty sure, in that case. Because Elun's Chosen should not lose threat like that. The best video I can give you for Guardian Threat, though, check DM real quick. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, of course. While you're down there, are you cooking some food, Kitty? You don't need to press it as much? Maybe, but there's a few builds right now, Wiz, that are not pressing Thrash once you have your stacks up. It's strange. It's the opposite of my build. But also, I was doing, like, pretty good damage. I did 77k earlier in a dungeon. I wanted to use your air fryer. Okay. Would you be interested in potentially cooking the chicken that's on the counter? With a few eggs? Because I want to do another key, and if I have to spend time cooking, then I can't do that key. But that's okay. I will also cook dinner. Up to you. I am fiending for IO. I got all this IO in the first 2 days, and now I have way more gear than I did then. But I don't deal damage. I don't know why. As a Guardian Druid, here, let me show you this build. There is a guide I made for Patreon and YouTube members, and that will. Let's look this up. Sorry, what? A holy paladin trash talk you for not putting points in Apex. Yeah, I'll just leave the group at that point. That's so weird. This build works. It does good damn. It does decent damn. Obviously, it's a little controversial on accident. How does the ironfur macro work? I need a guardian. Ooh, I got some questions in my Discord. Let me ask Kitty if she would be willing to make potentially something for me, though. 18's week 1. I mean, you could almost. I've had it with aggro, would be Demon Hunter pulling before I drop Thrash. Now Demon Hunters, the problem is they've kind of designed them to be this, though. Cook the chicken as in chuck in the air fryer? No. You have to put it on a pan with butter. Nah, you gotta put this one on a pan with butter. Nope. Butter, pan, crack egg, not raw. Oh, okay, no problem. Okay. No worries. There's a lot already. I just looked at Raider IO. That's crazy. Actually insane that is true. And if anything, you DR to reset threat and hit thrash or swipe. Swipe, take off your bar. Trust me. Take swipe off your bars. If you are swiping, you will lose threat, probably. Squishy me build top Murloc I thrash on cooldown. No, so his build you don't, Gillette. If you're playing Squish Vegan's build, that's a great example of how... Did he just reject a 3200 Shadow Priest? That is actually hilarious. So you do not... If you're playing Squish Vegan's build, then the goal is to generate as much rage as possible because that's his feedback loop. That's why he's playing Harness Rage. And so in general, you can ask him specifically, obviously, but from my understanding of his build, you only thrash to maintain your Rend and Tear. But then from that point, you actually really, really want to be just mangling on priority so that you can build more rage to get back to Apex faster. You're looking for as much in-card CDR as possible and for as much raise as possible. That's the idea behind it, though. That is actually insane. Did you get... I mean, that was a... He's definitely got this on farm, and he got rejected. 3,200 IO Shadow Priest got rejected to a key that he definitely already has. That's tough. That is tough. Squish plays DOTC. No, he's playing Alloons right now. I'm pretty sure he's playing. I don't know if he swapped into his recently, but when I last looked, he was still playing EC, but with Harness Rage. But even if, especially if you're playing DOTC, you want to thrash as little as possible, only to maintain your stacks. I keep swipe because I have a tide with ironfur. I would not recommend. I would try it with thrash instead of swipe. I guess Adana plays build. You're welcome. He plays Alloons if he's in DOTC. He's being rated. Yeah, I think so. He's been playing Alloons right now. Play off meta. Dude, our comp, if we push this season with the comp we were playing with earlier, it's so off meta, it's hilarious. We'd be playing with an Affliction Warlock, a Guardian Druid, a Mistweaver, plus whoever else. And we have an Elemental Shaman who is committed to playing a build that no other Elemental Shaman apparently wants to play. I like how he says VPN. Bro, 4-set Mythic Weapon VPN. That's a Giga Chad note. All right. All right, easy time. Double chain okay first? Okay at start. We can go safe otherwise. I play Blood DK. My friend has as priest and a Mistweaver healer. Yep, that's pretty low. That's pretty off meta. All right, get IO. Come on. Roll my eye. Can you guys see this massive like sty that I have in my eye? It's very frustrating. It hurts a little bit. It's not too bad, but I don't want it to get worse. You see that? Here, let me get my eye real close to the camera. You'll be able to see it. Watch this. Ready? Look. Here. Ready? Look. You see it? I hate that. It's so annoying, man. Why? Yeah. I get them sometimes. It's really annoying. It's called a sty. Yeah, it is really frustrating. Yeah, no, I know. His healer can barely see. I know, right? Yeah. Bleh. Gets worse if you dive. Oh, because you're a diver. Yeah, I was about to say, like, where's the diving cover? Oh, yes, right, you're a diver. That makes sense. Should I play Puzzle Box this key? I don't really want to play Puzzle Box. I don't think I like Puzzle Box that much. I would rather just play something else. But I don't have another trinket that's like... Okay, what about this? What's this do? Why don't I want to play this on-use trinket. I'm going to try this right now. I want to try this trinket. It's hero... and it's something. I'm going to put it here. No, I have a lock gateway here. I'm going to put it, like here, probably. Voila. I like it. The hitbox is weird. Oh, really? I haven't tried it before. I just got it. Bleh. Okay, after this, make sure I go make food. I might have time to go make food and then come back and do another key, but we'll find out. It's an X. Yeah, I don't talk to my exes anymore. I would if they talk to me, but they don't want to talk to me. So I don't really know how to deal with exes. I don't know, just some random joke. I actually wish I could talk to my exes, to be honest. I'm the sort of person who's like, oh, I wish I could just ask, like, hey, how's it going? Like, how's life? How are you? Did you ever get that job? Like, how you up to? Like, we don't have to be weird about it, but I kind of do wish that people could maintain communication even if they had a falling out like that. Because, like, clearly we cared about each other, so I wish that that was true, but it is not. Unfortunate. This is the build I am playing right now. Something along the lines of this. This is a strange build, by the way, but it does work. Ready? Who needs this? Probably the hunter. I would put symbiotic on the hunter. All right, ready? Yeah, I think it's sad, actually, that you kind of can't talk to people that you used to be very close with. Why did I choose to go this way instead of the other way? I don't know. Did he bark skin me? Iron bark? Okay, we need a range kick. We got a bunch of range people. Totally bunch of range people. Nice. There we go. That's the way. That's the way, guys. I'll kick this. Is it good on Guardian? Let's find out. I'm logging this key. We'll find out. I think there are some keys where I might run it and some keys where I don't. But the truth is the cost investment of getting it is so low that I might just end up running it. And I think also the way that I end up playing is probably way more beneficial for symbiotic than a different way of playing. Interestingly enough, I have a feeling that my playstyle, like this build, is going to be better for symbiotic. But I am curious about it. Also, again, take a look at my damage and tell me, like, am I trolling? Like, is this build bad? Look at it. Look at the damage. I'm on the meters, man. I'm not doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing. Look. I'm here. The trinket didn't do anything, but, here we go. Okay, let's go this side here first. And also, by the way, no threat. No threat problems. And also, again, just like really, if you're struggling with threat, the guide I made yesterday will solve your problems, but it isn't an easy answer. I wish it was. I made it. I didn't have time to really think about it. I had work right after. I was pushing my timing yesterday. But I will say that if you're having threat problems on Guardian, you got to learn the positioning of things. The positioning will make more of a difference than actually anything else. Of just understanding how to get ahead of your team. So right now, for example, watch this. The reason I won't have any threat problems, you see how I'm in this getting thrash up before anyone else? Okay, now if that subjugator is not dead right now, he should be dead before his chain cast. Otherwise, that is a very bad idea, but nonetheless, I timed it perfectly. It's just positioning. Like, so much of threat is actually just understanding, like, how to maneuver the pole in terms of just your own tank positioning. Some mana. He needs mana? Oh, shit, he's doing no damage. I see. He's just spam healing the whole time. You know what? Honestly, fair. Honestly, okay. We'll time the seat. I don't really care if he does no damage because we don't need him to do damage. I want to incarn, though. I will do a big pull up into boss. Show non-incarn damage? Sure. Yeah, like I'm still... This is just regular non-incarn damage, okay? Defensive... when death. Try not to group this all together, okay? We don't need to be chaining all of this here. I will incarn early here. I'll take that bark. That's reasonable. I don't really understand the hitbox of this trinket. I'm going to have to get another clarification on that. You said it's an X? I think I'm just going to use it. Do I have to, like, position for it weird? It's okay. It's just a primary stat stick. My other trinket is 3 less item levels, so that's really the only real difference. So you just need a defensive, like right now. I will off-heal. Okay, there you go. That's it. If I pull the little ones into boss, that's the only time you need a defensive. So I think it's a pretty reasonable pull. I won't greet a Heart of the Wild because these champions kind of hurt. Rough positioning. Okay, good. Are we trapping that? Are we not killing that other ad? It's a bit sus to do that. I'm trapping. Okay. Did he bleed me? ISI then. Now, one thing I'd like to do is pull a bit more funnel on this boss. The champion is still alive a little bit. Okay, on the next incarn, maybe. I kind of want another few little ads, actually. I'm debating on it right now. Okay. Do we need them? No. Do I want them? Yes. Yes. I'm not actually manually pressing my ironfur, really. I'm just pressing thrash, which basically auto presses my ironfur. Don't reset the boss. Don't reset the boss. Don't reset the boss. Don't reset the boss. Holy fuck. Oh, watch it. Ah! Holy. Dude, that was really, really close. I want the funnel on boss, but holy we are about to giga die. Oh my god, I almost messed that up. Oh, my heart. My heart, bro. My heart couldn't handle it. You saw how the ooze, I didn't realize the ooze had spawned, like, literally right there. My heart. My heart. Oh my god. God damn. My heart. Oh. I almost really messed up. That was so close to me breaking this key for no reason. That was, like, incredibly close to me just actually sending this key into the Shadow Realm. Vortex. Vortex is down. Don't worry. Don't worry. Guys. The trap broke. We're standing in bad. No, not like this. Not like this. It's an easy key. Easy key, guys. Easy key. All right. I bark skin. War stomp. Okay. Focus up. Focus up. Focus up. I was looking at chat. No, I was focusing on the poll. I just didn't realize. I'm surprisingly locked in right now. I'm actually not that interactive with chat. I'm tired. I've been playing a lot. I'm old now, man. I'm not as much of a gamer as I used to be. I feel I've been putting like these. I've been really enjoying Mythic Plus, but I'm realizing just how tired I am, which is hilarious to me, but it is true. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I'm kind of tired. Like, I kind of want to take a nap. I'm like, take a nap. It's Mythic Plus time. Like, you just want to game 14 hours. Like, I used to do that, but I'm old now, so I can't do that anymore. No problem. Overall HPS current. I am actually curious about the symbiotic here. Okay, so I'm gonna roar. I'm gonna grab these. Holy goddamn. Seed is so... I find this dungeon to be very toxic to tank, to be honest. I think this might be my least favorite dungeon to tank. As of right now, I think that I would rather tank a Skyreach than tank this actual nonsense of a dungeon. The tank mechanics with these champions, among other things, just actually, like, clapping you, I'm just not a fan. I don't like it. I still think that this pack to my right is better than the pack to my left, but... it is kind of toxic. You can die. Like, the thing is, I can be here one moment and not be here the next. I guess that's true for anything. The build's linked in Discord if you want to play this. It is actually fine. It works pretty well. You can see my damages and, like, not exactly in question. However, the one thing about this build, and you have to know this is very important, all right? If you want to play this build, don't tell anyone that you're going to play this build, all right? That makes sense? You have to be extremely careful about this. You can't tell anyone you're playing this build, because if you tell somebody you're playing this build, then that person will probably make fun of you. And so that's what you have to avoid, basically. The real tech for this is don't let anyone know that you're doing it. Make sense? That biggest piece of advice I can give is a massive tech. Massive tech. Yes, you can't just... Don't tell anyone you're playing this. Yo, King, by the way, I'll happily get you another key next week. I wasn't actually expecting you to pay full price for a key, and I appreciate that. And I respect it. And also, you donated money to me yesterday. So I feel particularly... I have a particular favor toward you right now. And we didn't time that for reasons. So I would love to get you a key next week. But I do genuinely appreciate you using the OWU service, quote unquote. I respect it. Immediately charge back. Yes, I mitigated the champions that time. Nice. Probably no, it was not. Don't worry about it. No, I don't really feel like my damage is that bad. But also, I mean, you guys watch... Okay, now this key is not a good example because I am playing with a hunter, so he does have misdirect. I'm pretty sure Survival Hunter is taking misdirect right now. I didn't actually check before the key, but you're going to imagine that he has it. So to be fair, this is not exactly the best example of this. However, I'm not losing threat. Yo, what's up, Shinobu? How's it going, Shinobu? How are you? Are you still playing your rep, Pally? I had a pug whispering last night saying I forgot your Apex talent. It helps. Dude, I think it's so funny. I genuinely think it is actually so funny that is true. It's okay. My stream disconnected again today, King. So I had to... I already had to make adjustments today. So your current read on Resto Shaman in pugs seems to be very hit or miss for me right now. I have played with a few very good Resto Shamans. And I have played with a few Resto Shamans that make me question things. Okay, I do want this side pack. It is a little bit hard to pull all of this. I would like a range kick if possible. I will Vortex Typhoon to group it. Oh, toxic. Holy, I hate these champions, dude. Dude, the champions are like they've got to be one of the worst mob mechanics in Mythic. I actually hate these guys so much. They don't seem to have a ton of consistent logic, or at least I'm just a little bit off with it, about like how to pull them without them charging at you and doing the most incredible bleed, you know? How are you using Moonkin form, though? You could just take it on your class tree, in your Druid tree, because then you can use Heart of the Wild Starfall. It's not like the most giga tech or anything like that. It does some damage, but it's not like crazy damage or anything like that. It's not like you have to play it by any means. If it makes you uncomfortable, just don't do it. So here's one of the route adaptations I'm making, just to make this a little easier on me, is I'm adding a pole in this area. I actually used to not do this pole, but I am adding it intentionally. Where we're going to go here, and we're going to go like this. So you can turn your back. Yeah, no, Druid can do that. Or does it only look like... No, I am doing that. Druid can take back shots. Look at this big bear butt, man. Big bear butt. I can do this on a Druid. I would not recommend you do it on a different tank. On a different tank, you have to be super careful about it, right? But on Druid, you can do it. So this is the pole I'm deciding to add, by the way. This is my change to my seat route, which, to be fair, means we're going to be over percentage, but I didn't want to fight just the Adept. I used to pull this Adept, for example, into the previous big guy. However, the problem with fighting that was that I had a chance of dying. If I don't pull that in with the previous Void Walker, it adds one pull in the dungeon, but I overall just assumed that this is actually going to be worth it. Granted, it would also give me percentage to skip, but I certainly will not skip by the third boss. But if I really wanted to, I could. With this. Because this is still just kind of a tank damage pull, except for the one subjugator, and that won't be a problem. Life is good, been grinding, just switch to Unholy. Solid, solid, solid. Please don't kill me. This season is super fun, Shin. I've really been enjoying it. I played a lot of beta, so I'm like giga prepared, but also, you know, specs off meta, so can have a hard time finding the good old invites, as it were. So here we shift, I taunt, and then again, if these guys, okay, we're gonna go here. This is the pretty standard pull afterward. I vortex, okay, big heals, nice, maybe one range kick, potentially. Could be, could be. That was a pretty false gather. That was my bad. I just kind of brain gulbled that, to be honest. I'm a little tired. That was not a swift gather on my part, so it was a little messy. I should have just walked in with Heart of the Wild or just not used it. That's on me. It's on me. This healer damage? This healer is damn good. He is pretty good right now. He's doing a lot of healing. Although I will say that he is doing no damage, but guess what? We are going to time this key because he is just focusing on healing. Me, when I've been playing my Resto Druid King, if I at any point let somebody die because I'm trying to greed my damage, it's the wrong decision every single time. It's just not worth it. Like, we're going to time this right now, and I'm playing basically a pretty safe route. It's not like I'm being super aggressive, right? Why don't we finish off this Adept before we actually do this? Does he need mana? He's also going Mana? He's pinging me, so I'm assuming he needs mana, right? So he is just burning through his mana, but to be fair, he's doing absolutely all the HPS, though. Okay, good. Okay, let's go grab these guys, then. So, good funnel into boss. We chillin'. Hard chillin', hard chillin'. You've been saying that since pre-patch? Correct. It is simply never, ever, ever worth it. Do I Sundering Roar early just to get an extra thrash? Maybe I can go here. Boom. Bam. 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 Lunar Beam again. Bam. Kick. Do we miss any? Nice. Good job. He convoked a little early there, so just beware. Yeah. Especially with how these key timers are feeling, which is just like really, really chill, right? If you are playing Bear, though, OT, you can actually get hit in the back. It's not optimal. Like, still, you want to face the mobs. But one of the reasons I like this build so much, it's something that I went over in the guide video I quickly made last night because people were really curious about how to play this. A lot of people are playing it quite poorly. So if you, for example, just pick up my build, you're probably not going to do... it's not item level. It's not gear necessarily. But you're probably not going to do, 80k overall. Oh, there's two. There's two. I got it. I got it. I got it. I'll SI. Yeah, you're not just going to be able to pick this build up and casually do however much damage. The tank damage on this, there's a fundamental misunderstandings. But have you noticed, by the way, since you've been watching Wiz, I am doing something incredibly cursed. Have you noticed it? Has anybody picked up on the weird rotational thing that I'm doing right now? Because it's not something that is very... No one's really commented on it yet. I figured this out yesterday, and it is unbelievably cursed information here. I want you to take a look at my rotation and realize that something is missing from it. And then take a look at my damage before you tell me, oh, that's bad. Like, I've been really tanky, and take a look at my damage is key. You were here earlier, so you know. Yeah. Weirdest thing ever. But I swear I thought about it last night. I was thinking about how to improve the build even more. And if I had, again, if I reached out to anyone and I told them my theory, they would be like, oh, woo, you gotta go to rehab. But I didn't do that. And I thought to myself, I thought, why am I mangling here? And I was like, I should not do that. And so guess what? I won't. No mangle. Yep. Isn't that weird? Isn't that like super... It seems so cooked, but then you watch me do it, and it's not that cooked, right? He got hit. He got hit. He got hit. We have to pull this. All right. Well, yay for 10,000% rot. This is going to be a 10,000. We have like a way extra percentage here. We can't pull anything else on top of this, so we just have to fight this now. That's okay. We still time the dungeon here, though. Because I explained this in the guide. I explained this there. This build has one super strange interaction. But it's hard for me to explain. I'll leave it for the guide video here, though. Been finding keys easier this season. Yeah, I think they're tuned very friendly. I think keys are like super accessible right now. No. You don't. You could still play this build very successfully with it, but I swear, like, I know, and this is with that was a cooked. I was gonna pull much bigger than this here, but I don't even get to route properly, and that's with a technical like. But these are with butt pulls and some mistakes among other things, so this is not even like a technically good route. It's okay. Just go straight through then. I think that percentage is straight through, straight through, straight through. We're going to have to fight 3 of these. Please do not pull the sides. Don't pull the sides. Please, please, please. Everybody just walk straight through the center, straight through the center, straight through the center, straight through the center. Please. You can fight 3 of these. It's not the end of the world. I think our healer can do it. He is a good turtle. Just do not pull one of the sides. If you pull one of the sides, it's GG's. I think 3 of these are actually really toxic. I'm trying to make an adaptation, and to be honest with you, I don't think this was worth it. I can help off heal here, but my healer is going to be quite panicked. This was probably a bad idea. I will help off heal. So I'm ready. I've got my Dream of Cenarius procs. I'm going to help off heal him here. 1 up. Nice. Just do not pull the sides. We cannot pull the sides though. Yeah, it's okay. I've always enjoyed just doing my own thing and cooking my own builds. And this is just another example of how you might actually find success if you understand the game and the class. Like, I really, really like Guardian Druid, and I'm just willing to think outside the box. And I will say that this is a cook. It is playing so extremely well right now. I think 3 of these was super toxic. I think this was a bad pull, to be honest with you. This was most likely not worth it and did not save that much time, even though I'm off healing like a ton. And that's, again, that symbiotic relationship healing right there. This is a pull where I am curious to see how much I off healed, though. Yeah. It's a rough pull. He's good. That was a I trust healer moment, and also I am off healing like crazy moment. Okay. Do we have cooldowns? Let's go here. If we have cooldowns, let's do big pull. This is the most toxic pack in the entire dungeon by far. Please press cooldowns immediately. Don't let the Abyss Enhance go off. This pull is so toxic. There's a reason that people do want to skip it. Press something, mage. Press something. Okay. This pull does an absurd amount of damage. Oh, boy. All right. It's not adding the void benders to it does not make this harder. It's just the nature of this corner pack. The bolts is probably okay here. People need to have cooldowns walking in here. And cap that. We still time. Our timer is actually good right now. Excuse me. Pop up on my computer. This corner pack needs to be changed a little bit. They changed it from beta, and I think it made it way worse. But I think a lot of DPS players still don't understand how this works, and so they just are not willing. They don't know how to help the healer there. Okay. Focus. Here we go. We're going to fight these together. I think that maybe in higher keys you have to just skip that corner pack, but I really don't like doing it. Skipping the corner pack gives me so much anxiety, dude. Oh. The thing is stunned outside. Okay, War Stomp, my bad. I'll get this kick. I got this one. I wouldn't worry about the bolts as much as I would worry about this. The pack, right when you walk in, the thing just pulses mad AoE damage. Like, the thing just pulses a ridiculous amount of AoE damage, and it's not targeted. It's not like, I got him. It's not like you can't outplay it. You have to just know that when you walk into the pack, you need full cooldowns and you need to help your healer. And it's not like a target. It's not like a cast that you can kick or anything like that. It is just straight up. Yeah, it just straight up does a bunch of damage, though. Timer, fine. Timer, okay. Our timer is fine right now if we have no deaths on this boss. Yeah, basically. The healer, that's why I stutter step for him. Yeah, that's basically the reason that I waited a second and basically let him prepare is because if I was a Resto Druid there, what I would be doing was be thinking, I'm going to be life blooming a target. I'm going to be prepping some rejuves. Like I'm going to do a full ramp walking into the pack because I'm going to need to bounce health bars back up immediately. But also when I was healing this on 14 seat, I wasn't prepared for it fully. And I was not able to heal it. And we did have a death there because it just does so much damage. All right, here we go. I think 8 minutes, 30 seconds, save Lust last. I would Lust the last boss, and then we're fine here, though. I think Lust last boss, and we're okay. Let me just Feral Frenzy this boss. Okay, if no one dies here, we're actually okay. But let's find out if somebody dies, first of all. So now my overall damage will get inset a little bit because you can't really compare this run because obviously I've had to slow it down. We've had to change some pulls, etc., etc. Okay, I'll drag him here. Probably should have dragged him to the other one. Don't get hit. Pretty much if somebody gets hit here, it's mostly a GG's. I can trinket this. We gotta kill these. We gotta kill these. I'll still do as much damage as I can to this. I just want to time the key, man. I just want to time the key. Okay, we got it here. I don't really care about my overall damage. I don't care about my parse. I actually just want to time this so that I don't have to do it again. I'm interested in the timing of this successful dungeon. So let's just play it clean. Our timer is actually not in question right now as long as we don't have a bunch of deaths. My healer, I'm pretty sure, would be able to heal the last boss. I would say that this boss is actually harder to heal than the last boss. Here we go. Are you in a full pug? No, I just queued into this. This is some random pug. I don't know any of these people. That's a much better grouping. Also, this boss is so RNG with where these tentacles spawn. Okay, I've got him. Nope, he did. All right, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I res him in the middle, first of all. But he's going to struggle a little bit. Now I off-heal my healer. Just kill the tentacle. We need to actually kill that tentacle. I can't really do that much more damage to it. So whoever this is on, I could help off-heal maybe. Okay, it's dead. Nice. Good job, healer. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. No more deaths. No more deaths. I just want to time this dungeon. That's it. Just want to time it. I don't like this boss. I think this is my least favorite dungeon this season. I actually think this is probably my least favorite. Even though it doesn't... It just... Yeah, I'll save my trinket for the thingies. My healer's going to be struggling a little bit now because he's... Now we've had a death. He's panicked a little. I shouldn't be taking any extra damage either to help him out. I like Seaton. I like this boss. Oof, whiz. I don't know. I think this is my least favorite dungeon to tank, and it's maybe even one of my least favorite to heal. Skyreach has got to be up there too, but this is... I don't know. I just don't like this place. Nice. Okay, good. Much cleaner. Much cleaner. At least favorite is Skyreach. That one I feel like is pretty much going to be unanimous. Yeah. The RNG tentacle placement is interesting. It's like, I don't know. I feel like, when was this made? 10 years ago? 10 years ago, Blizzard really, really was not subtle with their, you know, their love of the Japanese animation. I hide Skyreach. Yeah, too high up. Okay. You have 4 minutes for last boss, and you're going to have Lust. Probably, I think you Lust walking in. I don't think you Lust the phase. I think you Lust walking into the last boss. If you trigger that RP and you Lust... Do you Lust the damage phase? You Lust damage phase, right? No, you Lust damage phase. If healer can do it, you Lust damage phase. Okay. If we Lust damage phase, we fine. Right? Just help healer. Help your healer. All off heal too. All off heal hunter. I think we have time for sure. It'll be just under 4 minutes. You have to less damage. Your timer's pretty sus. We did this before. I did this with like... I was healing this last time and it was like 240. It's not like we have the best single target damage comp, but should be alright. Should be alright. Please, I just want to time this key. I just want to time the key. The timer is fine. You lost on pull to help the healer. Yeah, yeah. Okay. You guys think we win? 330? 330 is fine. If we don't, that's if we don't have a death. That is the key for this right now. I will have Feral Frenzy for the phase. I will have Trinket probably for the phase as well. If we open right now, we're going to get 3 sets of cooldowns. That's pretty solid, pretty solid. You got a bad feeling? Let's be positive. Hold up, well, hold on. How do you know we got a bad feeling? I'm gonna combat potion the damage amp. I also have a bad feeling right now, but let's pretend that I don't. You never know. I think. Oh, that was really fucking fast. Yeah, yeah, that is unfortunate. Yep, that would explain your bad feeling. Yep. We have a res, but that's probably most likely from there. I mean, you could still try the Lust on the damage amp, but the Demo Warlock gonna lose a lot of damage with that. He do gonna lose a lot of damage with this. So most likely is not gonna happen. I just wanted to time a dungeon today. Today was a day of no IO. No IO for the rest of the world. Unfortunate. You aimed the beam at the wrong one? Wait, it did? Did I? I wasn't paying attention. I kind of checked out the second that happened. I'm not gonna lie. Did I actually? Oh, my bad. Sorry. Oh wait, what? Are you sure? Look, the damage amp is here though. Are you sure? I technically have massive damage here too. Like I set this up perfectly with a Sundering Roar and everything. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Okay. I mean, yeah. All right. I accept. You know what the saddest thing is? Look at the damage here. If we didn't have that Warlock death, you would have like 2 minutes almost coming out of this, and he would have had much more damage, and it would have at least been close. You see the way you have a minute for 25? No, there's no way. I think there's no way here. Oh, my bad. Yeah, of course. We had 2 deaths. There was the previous boss and this boss. You know one thing I don't like about Seat? At least pugging. At least when I'm in a coordinated group, I kind of know that my healer can do it. And this healer is able to do this, by the way. But, like, I think the problem I have with it is that you can just do the whole dungeon so well, but then the end is what messes you up, right? Like, you just basically get to the end, and then it's basically GG's. And that's what I don't like about it. Because we actually would have had this damage amp right here, and then it would have been GG's. Like, we would have had this, but the end is so annoying, though. Yeah, the butt pull, the tentacle pull, the this, the that. Like, yeah, that would have been... Because we would have timed it right here. Surprisingly not that far over. Ouch. Rough. Yeah. All good. Happens. GG's. It happens. How much over? Well, we also had like a... how much over? By the end there? Nah, it's okay. Just a little bit. What can you do? Okay, the question is, do I do one more key? Try to find some IO? It's just one of those days. One of those days, man. 15 Windrunner Spire. I really think these keys are not that hard. You just have to not butt pull. Actually, it is frustrating a little bit. I have lost 9 keys today for butt pulling. The 215 Magister's Terrace. The other keys as well. A lot of butt pulls today. There have been a lot of butt pulls today, I say. Oh, yeah, I definitely hit the wrong one. You're right. I kind of checked out a little originally. Yeah, like a lot. Like a whole bunch of keys just to somebody going, whoops. And then they accidentally go like, burp, 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 burp. It's okay. It happens. One of those days. And my internet went out. Oh, and I didn't order ice cream. Oof, tough. Tough day. Single target damage is really bad. I can do like 25, 30k, which is low. You're right, by the way. Like the problem with this build's damage profile is that my single target is a little bit lower, but it's not crazy. It's not like it's actually like the worst single target ever. It does exist. That last boss notwithstanding, because I wasn't really paying attention. Hard to say because none of these bosses are truly single target. I mean, that includes the damage amp, so that doesn't really count. How much did this trinket do overall? Surprisingly, 2% is not that bad on a trinket. That's actually not that bad. Huh. Okay. Decent. Okay. We didn't win today. That's all right. We win later. Symbiotic actually does a fair bit of healing, but nothing too crazy. Okay. Tonight, I will post the plus 12 Mysara Caverns I did yesterday on my Prot Pally at 234 item level, because that was a hilarious key, and that was awesome. We timed it, by the way. Spoiler alert. But I also think that I got to go make dinner and get ready for work. So, it is what it is. I got some coaching calls and some other actual work tonight. And so, I must bid you adieu. It must be a GG's for tonight. Tomorrow, better day. Better horizons. The good thing about having a day like today, right, is that it can only go up from here. You see? This is like the real advantage. It's the underrated part of the fact that you have a day like today. It's because specifically it can only go up from here, right? That's like the key. Good night, guys. Let me find somebody. Oh, yo, I forgot we were actually jamming to gaming music. Bro, I put on my headset. I was like, what is this? I was like, whoa. Dude, I was actually, I was like shook there for a second. Damn. Oh, wow. Okay. Don't let you in. No, I'm not that worried about it. It doesn't actually that matter. From the end of damage phase 1 to the start of a damage phase 2. Oh, I'm not that worried about it. It's okay. Oh, who is this guy? Bro, he's a corgi. I just went to basically my suggested list, and I was just going to find the first person on the suggested list. You guys have any people you want to go say hi to? I gotta go make food. I was just gonna go to suggested because I kind of want to make some new friends. I feel like there's a bunch of people on right now that wouldn't normally go. Otherwise, I just go raid Vive because Vive is always cool. I got Vive Addison's on, Hydrax is on, Vive is on. Bunch of people on right now. To get their 2 minutes up for second damage phase. Oh, that'd be interesting, Wiz. I think that might be too long though. That's like a cook to actually do it that way. I don't know about that. Vive just started her stream. Why don't we just go say hi to her? See you later. Night. See you tomorrow. Okay. Burp, 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 burp. Enjoy the ice cream. Wiz, what the? Wait, Wiz, you don't have to. Bro, that's such a giga move. Bro, that's such a giga move. Wait, as I ended stream. He gifted the ice cream bit goal as I ended stream. That is actually such a double. That's a crazy move. Yo, if you guys are still listening on YouTube, you see that? At the end of stream, Wiz gifted the ice cream goal. Literally as I was ending stream. That's hilarious. Damn. That's a W move right there. I respect it. As I was ending stream, I had already ended the Twitch stream. I respect it. That's impressive. Well played, well played. Damn. All right, better internet tomorrow. See you.